2020 season, just a hair late, but I am so excited to be back. If you guys would only know how much I have not shut up. Well, if you guys know who I am, you know I never do. I have never shut up about wanting to come back to being live. Diego, I have missed seeing your gorgeous face on Sunday nights so badly.
Yours as well.
Oh, dude, it's the first inning and I'm blushing. Adamas is at the plate and I'm already blushing. How have you been, man? How's your week been?
Dude, it's been I'm chilling. I'm glad baseball's back. Just working a lot, but
man,
back and it's good.
The amount of times I spent just, I'm sure you baseball fans know, you guys texted all your friends, your loved ones, complete strangers on dating apps about how down bad you were that we might not get a full baseball season in our lives. Like I cannot. It killed me. The thought of it killed me inside, but I'm glad. Is that a new hat, Diego? Because I'm rocking a new hat for the broadcast as well.
It's
right there.
I mean, yes, it's just a work hat. One of my work hats.
Gotcha.
Real quick.
Well, you've got probably the best hat collection of the regular broadcast crew. So I had to make sure. I got it.
I have got some new ones. Where's my newest one? It's it's a mess back here. It's in arm's reach. I'll pull it up. But is this it? Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I'll throw this one on. 1 sec.
Oh, the hair, man. Oh, there you go. In honor of Miggy. Scott's. So here's the thing. You're just trying to butter Scott up for the broadcast when he gets here any second now.
I did want to get it before Miggy hit 3,000, so I got a couple days beforehand.
I think so. This hat that I'm currently have on, I went to the shout out. It is a banana. It's not a Savannah banana. So I was in San Francisco a couple weeks ago, and I went to the 2022 San Francisco Soapbox Derby, and that's what this hat is from. And then the only other new hat, shout out to my Nana. It was her birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, Nana! Belated. I texted her already, gave her, but she got me a sweet little vintage Cardinals hat. So I'm a big fan of the 47, not sponsored, but should be 47 brand. Make our Diamond Digest hats. I'll wear it every broadcast. Got me one of these, and I really appreciate it. So that's one of the many. I have like a whole stack right here of hats that sit on top of my record player when I'm not listening to records.
I have this stack because it's not currently in my hat closet. So I have a closet mostly dedicated to hats.
I'm loving our layout, man. We for a little behind the curtain for the viewers. We had a debate as like, is this how we want to have it look? Is this how we want to have it? How do we want to do the layout? I'm digging this. I'm a red, navy, and white guy. If you ask me, it's like the three. Someone's just gonna clip me saying I'm a white guy out of context. Oh, white guy. Yeah, hey man, that's everyone. I think everyone knows.
Look at that. Gotta throw that up there.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, we can rotate through.
Yeah.
Diego's the man in charge. For those of you that watched us last year, I was there, dude. Yeah, gorgeous ballpark. Gorgeous ballpark. Like a truly, truly gorgeous place to watch a game of baseball.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I recommend. Someone in the chat saying Carson is a white guy confirmed. Finally, thank you, Fat Friar Funk. I appreciate that.
Finally, as if we didn't already know.
Yeah. I mean, if you know absolutely nothing about me, and somehow never looked at my Twitter, Abby, you'd still say with a lot of confidence, "Oh, that's Greens. That's a Twitter mutual I have. Greens, my man. Wow. Thank you."
Remuto picking off the runner at first.
Oh yeah, my bad. Are you behind me? Oh my God, are you behind me? This never happens. I'm watching a Doctor Strange preview. No, Greens, you unintentionally have a very San Diego Padres-esque Twitch name. Fat Friar Funk. I thought you were a anonymous Padres fan.
I thought so too. behind. Oh yeah, I am behind you actually.
Man.
Because mine's all up to date.
That's what I mean. I think I got to remind everybody. Last year I felt like I was the one a little bit behind all the time.
It's always me or you. There's a little bit.
Yes, exactly. Scott somehow never, which he's due. That's what it means. It means Scott's due.
I mean, Scott's late right now.
What does my name have to do with San Diego? The San Diego Padres, Mr. Greens, are often sometimes referred to. Their logo is one of their vintage logos is a friar swinging a baseball bat. Or actually, not even vintage. It's a great logo. Is it their alternate currently?
I believe it appears on some of the sleeves.
On the sleeve, right? Because they brought it back when they redid the uniforms to go back to the brown.
Yeah.
Which I loved. I thought that was fantastic.
I'm going back to this for now because I feel like the
trees
is nice, but not an all the time thing. It's a little treat every now and then. The Oracle background.
We need Wide Carson as the background every once in a while.
We could do it.
Let's not do that.
Go baseball. Hell yeah.
Let's go, baby. Diego and Carson are the GOATs. Wolves fan, man. Come on. Everyone's making me blush right now, dude. God. So much positivity and love in the chat. This is how you know the baseball season's just started. There's nothing but optimism.
Oh yeah. It's no hostility quite yet.
Yeah, no hostility yet.
Yeah, look at this. I always forget. This Phillies lineup is kind of insane.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a great graphic on the Sunday Night broadcast talking about the DRS of a defense for them as well. That was not pleasant at all.
One of my favorite off-season tweets was after they signed Castellanos and Schwarber was that the Phillies saw universal DH and thought they had to make their entire team of DHs.
Dude, oh my God, man! The highlight from last night of Schwarber fielding that ball in the hop and then throwing the 17 hopper into home. It's just you are not helping the bar argument where a guy gets drunk and is you could put me in for a game, and I'd be all right. You're not helping that argument at watching Kyle Schwarber throw a 40 hopper.
True, but remember Chris Davis, but Crush Davis, the outfielder?
Yes.
Noodle Arm Davis. Before he got put at DH full time, as I saw it, there was a game in Oakland. It was during Judge's rookie year. I went to the Coliseum, unfortunately, but
hey, whoa! I was gonna say, let's not. That those fans have to suffer enough. All right, let's
The tickets were $4 because the A's weren't super good yet. Or they hadn't figured it out quite yet. So I got tickets for $4 to sit in the outfield, which is dope. Either way, I was in the left field bleachers behind Chris Davis and watched him try to throw balls in. And they were just the worst throws I've ever seen from a professional outfielder in my entire life.
You want to talk about
bad.
I have a hyper-specific baseball roast that I couldn't really make until we're live on air. So I was at the Giants game a couple of weeks ago, and there's a guy there, and he's got real quick also. Y'all's Zoom backgrounds are both fantastic. That's what I'm saying. Diego's background is phenomenal, comfortably one of the best I've ever seen. I mean,
shout out the Pitch Perfect poster I now have in my room.
Yeah, I mean, there's just an overall aesthetic of just it's just culture. It's just culture. It's a cultured Zoom background.
This right here is my favorite a little bit.
That's fantastic. I'm sorry. Hey man, CONCACAF's over. I can be pro. I don't have to try to slander Mexico under any circumstances anymore. All right, you got the Mexican flag out. It looks great, dude.
I do. Thank you. Did you have you see the Bush? Or it's not Bush anymore. Is it?
No, it's still Bush. It's Bush.
I was thinking of. Yeah. I was thinking of Great American. Is that the one that they renamed, right? It was a beer name. Yeah, Milwaukee.
Yes,
right?
Milwaukee was Miller Park, and now it's Great American Family. We're a trash poverty franchise park. No offense to Evan. I know you're watching. Evan, I like you. I love you very much, Evan. You're very nice.
Evan, we like you.
Evan, I like you very much. I like you very much, Evan.
It's true.
Anyway, as you were saying.
Yeah, you got your background there. You got the Girl? I don't know if that's what it's. Right,
that's a good. I've got Pac-Man. The bottle of Patron that I bought for my 21st birthday. A Paul Goldschmidt. There was a Purina giveaway because it's the Cardinals and Purina. The Giants cup from the Giants game, and then my helmet ice cream. There's another Cardinals thing, something I got for Easter, and then that's a colored disco light. I can turn. We'll see how this stream goes. I might save it for a Cardinals game.
South, we'll see.
Yeah, but I'll save it for the 84 win Cardinals when they make the wild card. I'll save it, turn it on then. And then I got my bucket hats there. I got my glove. I got a Vuvuzela, and then the Pearl Jam and Foo Fighter poster.
Shout out Vuvuzelas. Vuvuzelas are elite.
Dude, hey, I will forever shout out. This is a very specific shout out to Glenbard West High School field hockey. That is the reason that Vuvuzelas there. All my guy friends and my female and my what now?
Evan said, please play it. I think you gotta play
it. I will play it all the way from back here, so all of you don't simultaneously leave. I will. All right, fine. Hold on. I won't be able to hear anything, so.
It's funny because I can just unadd him from the stream right now. That's
Hopefully that was that too loud.
That was good. Fine.
Is it appropriate volume? Fantastic. So, all my friends that didn't. I had 3 very good friends on the field hockey team. Shout out Emma, Anna, and Riley. I was just hanging out with Anna 30 minutes ago. 30 minutes, 10 minutes ago.
Shout out
Anna for real. Fellow University of Iowa alumni. And so we would go to all their games and we would dress up because in high school football you do themes and stuff for games.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, we did that for the field hockey games because first of all, it's our friends showing some love. So we had poncho night. We did a tropical night, but we always brought the vuvuzelas so we'd get nice and loud whenever the other team would have the ball and just and it was very fun. Some good memories.
When I was in college, in Boise State, because I was part of the student section, I was in the executive team for the student section for a year.
Yeah.
And they let me play a drum that the athletics department had given us at soccer games. They let me be in charge of the drum every now and then. I'm like,
how big of a drum are we talking about here?
Oh, it's the drums marching bands, the drummers, the big ones they wear on their chests.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, you got to have a real one.
Yeah,
it had some thump.
It wasn't strapped on, it just on my chest or anything.
Yeah, that's tight.
Sitting, I got to be in charge of that every now and then. I felt pretty good about it. It was a lot of fun.
Hey man,
Good time.
Dude, I'm beaming right now. I'm so happy to be back right now. I'm beaming. Anyone watching right now, thank you. You guys are making my night. Oh,
I like that light a lot better. It's a little bright.
Yeah, we got the lighting down. I will ask now if you remember. So this is how you guys know how committed to the craft I am. I've been chewing some film the past couple weeks. Chewed some film, learned about things I can improve on to give you guys a better broadcast because I'd like to seriously think that we have a better broadcast team, and I'd like to uphold that.
Yeah, reasonable.
And I remembered my first ever broadcast, which we're coming up on about a year on. You had the mustache only.
I did.
And it was fresh, and I did not know that was new because Scott went out of his way, and we had a nice, good 5-10 minutes talking about the stash. And so I want to ask Diego, and for the people, the beard looks fantastic as well.
Thank you.
Is there a potential to see another Mustache May? Is that within the fold?
It could happen. It might happen.
It could happen.
Last year, because the Giants did it, and so I'm like, you know what? Let's just commit to it. Let's do it.
Okay.
But I don't know if they do it again this year. I might not. I don't know because I wasn't a huge fan of just the mustache look. It's fine, but I like the beard a lot better. But
valid.
We'll see.
Both look good. But that's something that I think that you Tellez hit a pop up a mile.
I'm still seeing the weird pitcher graphic with
one of my favorite Kenny Baseball, great Twitter follow for those interested in baseball and just hearing decent opinions. Has a great clip. I retweeted it where he's just like, I think the biggest question with the Phillies this year is, can anybody feel the ground ball or like catch a pop fly? So like every time I see the Phillies do it, I'm just reminded of that clip, and I'm like, I guess a little bit.
JT Realmuto is a great fielder.
Yes, that's very true. Yeah, he's also confined to a rather. I hate Hunter Renfroe. Sorry for the people just watching. I can hear the booze creeping up now. If you can't tell, I'm a Cardinals fan, so I just have a lot of opinions about the Brewers. I don't care for that franchise.
Me at the Dodgers. Most people at the Dodgers, actually.
No, yeah, actually, I had this conversation, and I wanted to bring this up. An anonymous viewer says no Hunter Renfroe slander. I will slander him all I want. I will slander him all I want from first place in the division. That is exactly what I'll do. I wanted to power rank. I think the Cardinals are the 5th most hated team on the internet for baseball.
Yankees,
Dodgers, Red Sox, Dodgers, Astros.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
That's what I arrived at. I think 5th is an appropriate ranking. You could make an argument that it could be lower, but I don't think you can make the argument that it could be higher.
Right, yeah. At least, especially now, today, everyone currently hates Yankees fans.
Whoa. The Yankees, listen, Miles Straw said what we were all thinking and all believed our entire lives. It's a garbage fan base. Again, Cardinals fan. Takes one to know one, pal. It's an insufferable fan base most of the time. Yankees are worse.
Yankees, I say this literally all the time. The Yankees deserve nothing as a franchise.
No, of course they don't.
The franchise itself is terrible. Their fans are generally awful.
Well, they threw trash on a player. They threw garbage on someone. I have seen that happen in like that much of it, to that extent, twice in my life. The other time I saw it was when the Braves lost the wild card game because of that pop fly that got ruled infield fly, Chipper Jones. Fly. And then the Braves fans, we already knew that they've got their own issues, just hurled trash onto the field. And I was like, this game is not even over. And we are actively doing this.
We're here. Yeah. Yeah.
Not a good look.
No. I just emphatically, like, the Yankees, man, it's brutal. The Yankees are a brutal franchise. It's everything about the Yankees. I just like.
Well, here's the thing too, right? So like I said, the Cardinals are in 5th place, and if you want to talk about like who do the Cardinals fans kind of on our own team, who do we go after the most, right? And the answer to that is like Paul DeYoung, who objectively has just not been good for 3 years. He hasn't. He stinks, and I want him off the team beyond reason. I pray to God that I will wake up tomorrow morning and Bob Nightingale, typo included, will say that Frankie Montas has been traded to the Cardinals and that Paul DeYoung is part of the package going to Oakland. I want him gone. Yankees fans, it's like Garrett Cole. And I'm like, cry me a river, buddy. You are really going to cry over Garrett Cole.
Yep.
I'm sorry, he's the 5th best pitcher in baseball, and like
that's not good enough for you.
Yeah. I'm hoping for that Dakota Hudson gets back to 2019 form. That's what I have to hope for, by the way.
I'd say currently, like right now, as far as this season has gone, the best pitcher in baseball, by bias aside, has been Carlos Rodon, right? Like.
You want me to give a hot take?
Give me a hot take. It's going to be terrible.
Pull up Chad Kuhl's number this season for the Rockies. Pull up Chad Kuhl's number for the Rockies.
Last time I saw this, it was not like the worst.
Dude, he's been throwing. He's been throwing some.
Let me throw. What should I pull up? I'll pull up Savant.
I don't know how good the Savant numbers will look, but the raw numbers are great.
I'll look.
He's been
number pick 269. Nice. I mean,
you're a baseball dork, by the way. When you search a player's name on Google, Savant shows up as a recommendation before BREF. That's how you know.
Well, his Savant page looks pretty decent.
Yeah, like I said, it's a
0.87 ERA and 2 starts.
1.1 ERA this year, man. 0.9 WHIP. Come on now.
We just said 2 different numbers.
Yeah, what'd you get at
this season? At 0.87 and 2 starts. Has he had another start since?
He started today.
Oh, okay. So it's just
he's in 3 starts. In 3 starts, he has a 1.1 ERA in 16 innings, 13 strikeouts, 0.9 WHIP.
Okay, yeah, that's solid.
He's getting it done. But no, Rodon's been fantastic as well. That wasn't a slide at Rodon.
Those are good numbers.
I saw something today and I was like, Chad Cool, my Pirates legend, Chad Cool, throwing some heat for the. Also,
have
man,
you seen Rodon's number?
No, yeah, they're great. I was gonna say though, speaking of the Giants, man, y'all just can't catch a break in the division, dude.
Dude,
can't catch a break. I vote we just trade. You guys can just like have Cincinnati, and we'll take Colorado just to even it out, and make it a little bit more interesting.
But,
who cares?
I mean, Cincinnati's got a good park too. I was gonna say I like looking at Colorado when we play there. It's very visually nice on like a screen.
Very much. So. I'll give a hot take. Cincinnati, I don't think it's that nice of a park.
Really, I haven't seen a ton of
the big steamboat is corny, and when you're in the same division that has Busch, Wrigley, and PNC, I get to see Wrigley and obviously Busch, but I get to see Wrigley and PNC 40 times a year, and I'm like, I don't know how you can say that you have like a gorgeous stadium when you're comfortably 4th place in the division for a stadium.
Yeah, I mean the thing about the NL West, I mean comfortably. The Diamondbacks were last. Like it's just
yeah.
And like San Diego's got bits and pieces there, like the great, Western Metal Supply Co.
In left, that's sick.
Left, iconic, awesome.
Yeah, it looks so cool.
Denver, it's got like the trees and all that by the bullpens. It looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
Dodgers, the Chavez Ravine, like sure, fine. I think it's mid.
I think it's mid too. Don't worry, Diego. I know you're trying not to let the Giants bias get through. I'll agree with you. Dodger Stadium's kind of mid.
I understand that it's iconic because of it's been there forever. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But also it's as far as stadiums that have been around a long time, it's not even the best of that.
It's not. Yeah.
I say this all the time. Of all the modern stadiums, so every stadium besides pretty much Fenway and Wrigley, Oracle is top 2. And the only argument you can be made against it, I think, is PNC.
So I'm in a boat where I think that Camden, PNC, Oracle, and Busch are all in that tier of I'll hear the argument.
I mean, I feel like it's a general consensus that you'll hear. No one. Any sane person that can be put bias aside will say that PNC and Oracle are consensus top 2 amongst baseball fans. I'd say.
Yeah,
I hear the most.
Yeah, well, because my thing is I think Oracle has I being there and sitting there. I really liked the view out to left was really cool. It feels like, and I know obviously because it's literally the bay, it's water. But when you're sitting there and you look out to right field, it's almost like there's something missing. And it's because it's water, but I'm just so used to going to games at Wrigley or Busch where it's the Cardinals, it's like the arches right there and right center. Right. And then with Wrigley, there's the rooftops. And I don't know, it was just it was a new experience and I liked it. But it's still, I remember looking out there and being because when I went to the game with my friend, we were looking at it and were sitting there, and we were very surprised at the capacity of Oracle.
It's big.
Given how little given how little outfield seating there is. Yes. Hey. That's why you watch the broadcast, guys. You get groundbreaking takes, such as.
You sit, by the way?
I told you. You're letting me flex this.
You were right.
I bought these tickets. No, I bought these tickets the day the lockout ended.
That's right.
I was like 40th row behind a home plate. So, and I that's why I felt like I could give a pretty honest review, because I got to see out.
Oh. Man, yeah, that's fair. But it's something I haven't done yet. Because did you walk around the park? I'm assuming you did. Like, you got to walk around and all that.
Oh yeah, I did a whole. Oh my god, yeah. It was
on the
stunning.
arcade in right field, standing up on the arcade, like.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah,
it's cool.
And I'm gonna give a brief complaint here, and this extends to, I think, Major League Parks. I promise I'm like a mature, responsible adult when I say this. The slides in left field, I did not know the gigantic Coke bottle should be for all ages.
Yeah, it's for kids. It's upsetting, but yeah.
Because I didn't know that it was a slide. And it's not one. There's multiple slides.
I think there's 3.
And I went up, and the security guard asked me how old I was, because I had my mask on and stuff, and I was like, I'm 22.
Oh, there he is. Here we go.
And,
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Oh, speaking of Scott, oh my, you look so handsome right now, dude.
Bentley,
I look sunburnt to hell as well.
No, Scott, you look handsome, dude. You look handsome.
Was it
Scott?
I look like a tomato.
No, Scott, it's proved to me now. I know for sure that you've been outside in the daytime, and that's good for me. You know, like that makes
sense. From Comerica.
Welcome back.
No, yeah.
Yeah, the first thing is like, Scott, touch grass, man.
Yeah,
no. I meant in daytime. Because all I get is Scott being like, "Yeah, I'm going to work out," because he's, on his
I do work out at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, he's on his
That's the best time to work out.
If you guys didn't know, Scott has a 12-pack. I've seen it. It's crazy.
Also, not true. Maybe of ginger ale.
Scott, you did miss me hitting my vuvuzela. That has already happened. So
I think I'm okay with that.
I mean, I can do it again. It's right. It's right.
I think I'm all right.
You just say the word.
Diego, nice hat, man.
Thank you. It's the newest in the collection. Got it for
really. Is that your first Tigers hat in the collection?
It is. Yes, it is. It was the one I wanted. I've been wanting a Tigers hat for a while. And the thing is,
was there a debate between like multiple ones, or was it always just going to be the Old English D?
It was always going to be the Old English D.
Is there another?
Also, great shirt. Shout out Emily Walden. I have that in my room too. That's the drawer too. That's the dog. Emily Walden's man.
Well, now I feel.
The moment this shirt went for pre-sale, I bought it right away.
Me too. Yes, me too. No,
now
best in the business, man. Best in the business.
Just now, I feel like an asshole, man. I can. No, man. Yeah, when that pre-order. No, it is a nice shirt. It is a nice shirt.
It is.
Scott, we were asking earlier, and now that you brought up hats, I want to ask you because I got this hat when I went to the San Francisco Soapbox Derby a couple weeks ago.
I saw pictures from that event.
Thank you. It was super fun.
I didn't think they were cool, but I saw.
I saw pictures. Thank you.
I don't know what to say to that. I mean, it's nice that you saw it. Taking an interest in my personal life.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Do you have any new hats for the upcoming season? Any new hats that you're looking to?
I don't believe Scott's a huge hat guy.
Well, I know he's not, not, but one might catch his eye. You never know.
So here's the thing. They don't make hats big enough to fit.
Oh, that's right. You got a Bochy head, a Bruce Bochy head.
I have a massive skull, thanks to my father, and on top of that, I have a lot of hair, and those things don't add up
the
to
hair
them
doesn't help.
selling. Like I literally could walk around like the Comerica Park store this weekend. I could have gone, and I would not have been able to walk out. Like they literally don't make it like wholesale.
Scott,
I have to go like special order hats. I have to do the same thing with shoes. It's obnoxious.
And Scott, I'm glad. Well, you know what they say.
Yeah, socks.
Big socks.
Yeah, big socks. Big shoes to fill. Scott, I'm glad that you brought up Comerica, and it's something I did want to ask you about. Walk me through, for those of you who don't know, Scott, the king of Detroit sports. I think that's, if you don't know, don't leave, but like leave and then come right back because you deserve like a 10-second timeout. Walk me through the moment where Miggy's walking up. Did you? Because I'll be honest with you. After they walked him the day before, in my head I was like, first AB, he's gonna get the hit. Like I felt that. Did you have that same feeling? And just talk me through the moment.
So there was my large-headed father right there. You don't have to say hi. You really don't. You don't have to say hi.
No, you can say get him out, bring him back on.
Did he also go to Miggy 3000?
So that was one of the coolest things. I took my dad to the day game where he got it. So getting to experience that with my dad is like a really cool thing, obviously. But no, it was awesome. It was so awesome. I just finished about an hour ago. I finished doing my Tigers show for tomorrow, and I said in it, I was like,
Locked on Tigers.
Locked on Tigers on wherever you listen to your podcast. By the way, great program.
There you go.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No. Hey, I'm never gonna stop you from plugging my stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. I mean, I can't use the F word. I got F all going on otherwise, as well.
So it's just one of those things where like you have to realize that he's only got this year and next year left. Like that's it. And you can't take that for granted. And I think the coolest part of the whole thing was like 3K was awesome. When he got the hit, obviously that was fantastic. Mm-hmm. Doing it against Jose Iglesias' team, I don't think people realize how cool of a moment. They're literally neighbors. They still to this day literally live next door to each other and are best friends. So the
hug, I could tell the hug was that hug was not a casual hug.
Jose Iglesias greeted him before anyone on our own team.
Yeah,
he was the first one over there.
He made it. Hey, that might be the fastest. That might be the fastest Jose Iglesias ever ran on a baseball field. He made a beeline.
He was over there, and even I mean, Crone was at first, and like it was only a year that they were teammates, but like they were teammates for a season. Like so, he got to congratulate him too. Like it was super. It was so cool, and there were so many. I mean, incredible moments and memories and quotes from him and all of that. It will forever be a fantastic experience and an awesome day. I think. I mean, winning 13-0 in that game was also kind of cool.
That was the other thing. I'm like little icing on the cake, man. And I was just like, goodness gracious. I'm like,
it felt right for Miggy to get in that game.
Yeah,
I agree. And it was the fact that this game after a rain completely postponed the game to today. We had a makeshift doubleheader that wasn't scheduled, and we still damn near sold out both games because people just wanted to come see Miggy. And like the thing I'll never forget is, like I said, like everything in the moment was awesome and very cool. But I'll never forget the fact that the 8 at-bats he had the rest of the night between the rest of that game and the second game, he got a standing ovation. And not only just like, oh, we're going to stand up and clap him and then sit back down. Every person in the stadium stood for his entire at-bat all day long. Even the 7 at-bats after he got 3K. And he didn't play on Sunday, but I'm sure it would have continued then too. Like it's something I'll never forget, and I'm awesome. forever grateful that I got to experience it, being there and everything. But it's, I mean, I'm 24 and that dude's been on my baseball team since I was in 3rd, 4th grade. So that's literally my I have very few memories of Miguel Cabrera not on my baseball team. And it's a really, really, really awesome moment to be able to congratulate him and kind of say thank you more so than anything. And it just happens to be that we're going to show our appreciation kind of as the door closes while he celebrates 3,000 hits.
Well, and this is the kind of thing that you and I talked about this off camera a little bit, of just talking about how you and I are in this very weird, I guess it still exists with Miggy because now the milestones have been hit, but just there's just something about like I'm gonna weep like a child. Like when the last Cardinals game happens, I just know I will. Like I there's something about just like exactly what you're talking about of seeing like Pujols back on the roster. Like he literally grounded into a double play last night, and I was like, yeah, he's back. That's how you know the King's back.
Maybe grounded into a double play the at-bat after his 3,000, which also very much the King is back.
Right, like you just have those. It's like so funny how much like good grace it buys you, where it's just like, it's like he never left, man. Just like in his prime, he's still smoking a ground ball to the third baseman, and he just has no speed.
Yeah, no, Miggy. I'm pretty. So Pujols demolished most double plays in a career. Like, close in first place.
I think it's like 500.
Yeah.
Ironically.
I think that's
given a ride.
Are you ahead of him? Oh, you gotta be kidding me! He's still ahead.
He played it off the top of the
there
wall.
It goes. I want to.
Oh, there's the bomb. Is it Tyrone Taylor?
Now in Philly,
that's low.
Is the cage there a home run? Like the fence there a home run?
I thought I saw yellow on top of the cage.
I'm about to see it because my stream froze for
he
a
just
second,
hung the heck out of that pitch, by the way. Goodness
yeah.
gracious.
There's a certain I'll put air quotes around writer at our site who's fuming at that Aaron Nola boom sauce.
That is very much off the fence, and I think you're right. I think the yellow line is there.
It's on top, right? It's on a little section.
Yeah. So that's a double.
Boy, that ball was given a ride, though.
And now we get to see Brewers Andrew McCutchen.
Premature. Look at what is on our screen right now. All right.
Hey, that's my first of the year. I got to get back.
Hey, yeah, we're rusty. We're rusty.
We're warming up too. Come on,
Scott. I'm gonna
off the bat though.
I'm gonna hit you with the same. Oh, look, it's the most universally like player I have. Oh, I love Kutch so much.
Everybody loves Kutch, man.
And the fact that he has played for both the Pirates and the Brewers, it's like, oh man, come on, like it's so hard because I'm like he could draw a walk right now. Like I'm like trying to bargain it whenever I'm watching a game. Like let him take a walk, maybe, like
let him have one.
Yeah, they're doing it on purpose to set up the force play. It's
of course.
Well, obviously, why wouldn't they?
No, Scott, I was gonna say you missed it earlier, man. I've been beaming this whole broadcast. It feels so good to be back. To just be sitting in this chair on camera, speaking to the people. Baseball's on. Oh, can't beat it. The Phillies have a losing record.
This is
it's just like old times.
I like this Sunday Night Baseball game too. I like
this is a good game. Brewers,
Phillies, and like Nola going for the Phillies. Like that's a really good Sunday Night Baseball matchup. I very much approve of. Like last year we hit it to a point where it was either Cardinals, Cubs, or Yankees.
Whoa, yeah, and one of those sounds like a fantastic game.
They all sucked. So we're already kind of getting off that track. Still NL Central, but
I mean, like the Cardinals are on Sunday Night Baseball in like the next 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure, right?
Are they really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, man.
Yeah, I can live with it.
Right now.
I mean, we're the Apple TV game on Friday.
No one. And next week's Phillies again.
Oh, of course it is.
Mets. Which should also be a pretty.
Hey! Can we talk about how good for the game of baseball it is that Lindor is back? Can we talk about that? unbelievable.
Speak on it. Oh, Wolves fan 86. Boy, am I glad to see you back here, Wolves fan 86. I love you, baby. Speak on it. Speak on it.
Why are the Phillies? It's Phillies. God, Phillies are on almost every week again.
Because it's it's Dave Dombrowski's got those deep pockets, man. Tigers legend. Can you say Tigers legend if they're the GM? Does that count?
He is a Tigers legend.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Well,
you know what's messed up? Well, it might not be true anymore, but before getting hired by Philly, he was the GM of 3 different teams. And 2 of those 3 teams, he was only the GM for a couple of seasons. And the Tigers, he was the GM for 13 years. And the Tigers would have been the only team he would have ever GM'd and not won a ring with. He won a ring with the Marlins before coming over in 2003. And he won a ring right after leaving, obviously going to Boston, and won a ring within, a year or 2. So it's just the fact that, he was the GM for Boston for 3 years, and he was the GM for the Marlins for 3 or 4 years. And the Tigers, where he spent almost a decade and a half, are going to be the only team that he doesn't win a ring for.
Well, Scott, I'm
tough.
I can knock on wood if you want me to, but I think we can rest comfortably with that will be put to bed with.
So here's the thing.
Old Davey as the GM of the Phillies here.
I know everybody loves to clown on the Phillies, and I do too. But I don't doubt Dave Dombrowski. I don't
doubt that Dave Dombrowski will do everything in his power, but you have to understand, sometimes you work for a franchise that's just cursed. Sometimes that's just the reality of the situation. I'm pretty sure that you could put a monkey with a pair of cymbals in the front office of the Cardinals, and we'd still win 86 games. That's just how it works. You could have an IBM. You could put $1 billion of IBM technology in the front office of the Mets. That team will go 80 and 82. That is exactly what will happen. I'm so excited for the Mets to lose again. Baseball's back. They're gonna mess it up.
They're off to a hot start.
Okay.
And Lindor's back.
Edwin Diaz has blown 2 saves already.
Well, yeah. Water's also wet.
Hey, dude, that Seth Beer homer was a bomba too. That thing was.
Yeah, that Seth Beer homer, man, because that was the first one of the year. The first.
Yeah.
And it was oh yes, this
on
is
National Beer Day.
National Beer Day.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, oh man, what a time. Seth Beer.
It's so funny that they're throwing out Lauer. Respectfully, he's
Brewers pitching machine, dude. Go Burr. That's all I gotta say.
They have 3 insane. Well, yeah, I mean, correct, but it's just you have the Phillies are throwing out their ace, and you have, for sake of argument, 3 aces on your team, and you're
absolutely.
we're gonna throw out Eric Lauer.
Yeah.
And he will be going toe-to-toe with your ace.
And he will be going toe-to-toe with your ace in your home ballpark.
Is that Jonathan Camargo getting meaningful at-bats for this Phillies team?
Yes. Shout out Phillies.
It is April. It is April.
It is.
Jonathan Camargo.
He's definitely Jonathan Camargo is the definition of 10 years from now, we're going to be washed up at a bar somewhere. And that is facts, anonymous viewer. The Mets' annual July-August collapse is going to go crazy. Jonathan Camargo is the definition of a bar trivia. Let's remember some guys.
Yep.
That's my favorite type of bar trivia.
Well, that's what bar trivia is. It's just that guy existed. Let me get some Corey Patterson action.
It's everyone's favorite game. Literally, it's you remember this guy or insert team here legend guy who played for another team famously.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's favorite game,
Cardinals
legend Randy Johnson.
Cardinals legend Will Clark.
Take that back.
No, he was though. He was. We traded for him. He was super hot for us, and we went to the NLCS because of it.
I know. Yeah, Will Clark getting Will Clark and John.
What did you say, Scott?
This year.
I was repeating Diego.
Yeah. Yeah, Connor Joe, Giants opening day left fielder.
Connor Joe just
that boy nice
all over the Detroit Tigers.
That boy nice. That boy real nice.
Connor
he
Joe
was garbage for the
almost
Giants.
Single-handedly ruining Miguel Cabrera's weekend.
Yeah, he was terrible for the Giants, but I'm glad he's doing well now.
Scott, speaking of the Tigers real quick, I'm plugged in enough to Detroit sports Twitter, or I just see like you like enough tweets of it. Can you explain the Wales thing to me and why it's a big deal?
Yeah, for sure. So
okay, because it seems funny. I just don't have enough context to like really appreciate it.
No, so
it seems funny.
In right field.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay, like you've seen it. I just want to get like a little bit more.
Yeah, so even in MLB The Show, actually, there's a building just out. Pepsi Porch is right field. Okay. Hit a ball to right field. You're gonna hit. There's stands, and then there's the Pepsi Porch, and then past the stadium on the skyline of right field, there's a giant building with a whale painting that takes up the entire building. And it's a tall building, and you can see it from anywhere you are inside the stadium. And it's been been there ever since Comerica opened. It's been a part of Detroit's skyline, honestly, for a while. And it's always been a staple there, and everybody loves the Whales. And on opening day this year, we all showed up. We were like, why is there a giant advertisement over the Whales? And everybody lost their minds, rightfully so. And now there's a huge campaign for a company that rhymes with Bucket Torgage to get their advertisement off of that building, because they already have an advertisement every 2 seconds within Comerica Park. Our foul poles now say Tocket Borgage on them, and like it's everywhere. So everybody's really upset at Tocket Borgage, and they want them to take their advertisement. That's exactly covering up the Whales. Like,
I think exactly
covering it up.
Scott, if you'll allow me, I think I have a solution to this Bucket Borgage issue the Detroit Tigers seem to be having. You see, all of the advertisements that Bucket Borgage is doing at Comerica and on that building, they advertise for us. That's it.
Hate us.
No, I'll be hated for the bag. I'll be hated for that for the Bucket Borgage bag.
Yeah, you're already hated for your team you root for, buddy. I don't think
you can
afford that.
No, Scott, that's precisely why I can't afford it. I don't care then, and I don't care now.
Thank you, Wolves fan 86. Speak on it.
I'm
sorry, but you know what? You know what? It's the first broadcast of the year. Cry because my franchise wins more than you. Cry, buddy. That's all I gotta say. You and your pathetic Royals fandom can suck it. That's all I gotta say.
I can do that.
Oh, you did that?
Yes.
Nice.
And you about caught me dropping an F-bomb real quick. So
it's a good thing I did it.
Good job.
No. Well.
But if Bucket Borgage was smart, they would put the Whales back and put their advertisements like around it.
They would make it.
Be happy about it.
There is room above the Whales in the building, like just like 5 stories above the Whales till the top of the building that you could put a smaller advertisement on, but it takes up like 80% of the building is this whale sculpture, and they covered up exactly the size of the Whales.
Yeah, I remember. Was it Eric Haas who tweeted about it?
Everybody tweeted about it. Eric Haas is from Detroit, which is why everybody loves him. Like born and raised, like here.
So that explains why he was dunking on being like, I never liked Chicago as a city, and I was like,
yeah, that's why everybody was like, yeah, hometown kid. No, obviously,
of course. I'm saying now it makes sense. You know, if Eric Haas had been from like Tulsa, I'd have been like, all right, man. Like,
no, he went to.
Is it at all possible that they're both nice?
Right, he went to high school like half an hour that way. Yeah.
Gotcha. Also, Scott, you did a lot of, as I'm seeing a Rocket mortgage ad on my broadcast.
I don't know that
No, that's a separate company. I'm saying that the name is weirdly similar.
Talking about is Tocket Borgage, right?
Oh yeah, right. Yes. I'm saying it's weird that there's another company
Yeah. Similar name.
My roommate's in law school. I should go ask him. That's got to be like a copyright thing. I don't know if they might have to change the name.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, Rocket Mortgage, like, great company. You know.
Yeah.
Rocket Mortgage.
And now I'm seeing an ad with a whale in it. But I'm not exaggerating. It's a Red Bull ad.
The Red Bull one, yeah.
Maybe that's what happened. The whales got a Red Bull bag, and so that's why they're off the building now.
No, you'll see the messed up part is the whales are very much still there because you can see the outline, like it's painted on there, like it's a mural.
Oh, they didn't. Oh,
and they just slapped their advertisement over it.
I thought it was removed and replaced. You're telling me they just threw a paint coat? Oh, that's terrible.
Paint. They just put like a building size sticker.
Oh, that's so much worse. That's so much worse.
Painted on mural, like, yeah.
Oh man, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I got it before, but now I really get it. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's messed up. People are really pissed, as they should be.
Oh look, it's Eduardo Perez asking Christian Yelich how he could have fallen off so hard in the last 18 months.
Hey, he hit a grand slam last week.
Ooh, Joe Adele hit one today too. For just naming when grand slams have happened. That sounds actually timeout. That sounds like I'm dunking on Joe Adele. I'm absolutely not. I'm a Joe Adele believer.
I am too.
I do like.
There's just something about his swing that I just believe in. I watch him swing the bat and I'm like, he got it.
Who has a better season, Yelich or Bellinger? Asks no named person.
Ask an honest viewer.
I'll go last.
I
gotta think on this.
I'll still take Yelich.
I'm taking Yelly as well.
I think Bellinger.
And yes, it's because I don't like Bellinger.
I think Cody Bellinger is like bad now.
And
so I think that's highlighted by the fact that his swing is so long and round that, like, if you literally just throw him anything faster than 90 up and in, he's not touching it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Yelich solely because I have a narrative. I have a narrative to push. I'll take Bellinger. Also, I'll take Bellinger because, like, I'd rather have Bellinger's glove. And all, like, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather have Bellinger's at least.
I mean, for sure.
Because at least with Bellinger, I'm like, I can play Bellinger in all three outfield spots or first base in a lineup or DH.
You want to play him at first?
I mean, the point is I can. Like, Yelich.
I mean, I can put Yelich at catcher if I wanted to.
No, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Belly's giving me at least, MLB caliber defense at first. Also, speaking of anything over 90 high and tight, just watch Yelich absolutely K on that pitch.
That was a ball, but yeah.
Now it's maybe because he's coach, pal.
Hey, I'm not saying either of them are good. I'm just saying I'd rather have Yelly. That's all.
It's crazy. It's crazy how much marketing the MLB propaganda machine gave them in 2019. It's absurd.
Yeah. Well, they were good, though.
I know. That's my point, though. It's crazy that they're that like. I other than the Mount Rushmore of precipitous fall off is Gleyber Torres on a very prominent position. Yelich.
Did Torres? Can you fall off from not much? Like
he fell off from like a what do you have? I swear he had almost a 40 homer season. Unless I'm like out of my gourd.
I'll be honest. I never paid much attention.
I swear, Gleyber Torres. He had almost like one. I'm saying Gleyber Torres like the joy of precipitous fall off.
Oh yeah, Gleyber had a crazy rookie year.
Yeah, Diego. He had 30. He had 38 homers in 2019.
The reason that everyone clowned on him was because like 17 of his 30 homers were against Baltimore.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and also because Fangraphs Zips, our good friend of the program, John Principe, sent us that MLB graphic of the Zips 5-year projection for Gleyber back in 2020. So good. Bellinger has a 129 OPS. See,
he did have a hot. He's starting off the year hot for sure, but we'll see. Anyone can have a good 2 weeks.
Someone said in the chat, Yelich over Carlson. I mean, right now, yeah, Carlson's not having a good start, but no, absolutely not.
I'm looking at Torres' first season now, and it's like, yeah, he had a good first year.
Yeah, like 38 bombs. I know the OPS plus isn't fantastic, but I mean it is, but it's not elite.
Yeah,
half of his career, B-War was his rookie year, and the several seasons since.
Yeah, the reason the OPS plus isn't that good is because it was a juiced ball season.
Anyone can have a good 2 weeks. The entire Giants team last year, yeah, or like the Cardinals for 1 2 week stretch.
Two weeks, literally lasting all season.
Anybody can have one good season.
It's true.
Anybody can have one good season.
As the Giants did last year. But sure, let the old men play.
Yeah, that's. Let the old men play. Are we talking about the Cardinals?
No,
miserable, dude.
Or the Giants.
We're only talking about the Giants. No, we're never talking.
Dude, I'm a huge
of your old ass organizations, man.
Yeah.
Hey, youngest manager in baseball, man. Youngest. It's a youth movement.
Here's a cookie, dude. Like no one cares.
I'm hungry. I'm gonna go grab my Giants cup. I got some Ghirardelli Easter candy. I'm probably gonna pick that up the next half inning.
Yeah. Like, I definitely forgot to ask you, because when you went to the Giants game, we talked about it very briefly. Because you got the I think it's called the Crazy Crab Sandwich, I believe is what it's actually called.
I did, yes. Outside in my left center, and the garlic fries. I also got a couple slices of pizza because I walked like 15 miles that day.
Reasonable. Yeah, the garlic fries at Oracle, incredible stuff. Very, very good.
So I will say this: I'm not a huge tomato guy. Eric Lauer would be the Cards ace. Yeah, that's Dakota Hudson, pal. That's Dakota Hudson. Hey man. Yesterday 6 2/3, 0 earned. All I gotta say.
There's no way you just called him that.
No, that's definitely a Cardinals Twitter joke. Is Dakota Hudson bump day.
Okay.
He's not good. One of my favorite stats of all time is Dakota Hudson's career ERA versus career FIP. It is absurd. It is like a full maybe. It's
Somebody
like
put Wolves fan 86's most recent comment up here because
go ahead. Sure.
I could probably do it.
Yeah,
there we go.
I just I don't care.
Take a picture.
I just don't care.
Just all this is real quick, just like Carson, do it.
No, definitely not.
I think we want him not being.
No, yeah, I feel like the entire point is that I'm not giving the thumbs up.
It's like the time where who were we on stream with, Diego?
Was it you, me, Rudy, and then friend of the site, Passon?
No. Was it when? Oh yeah, it was. Yeah. When Pablo, Panda came on screen, and Rudy and I just start, boo, look who's on my TV
in the corner.
Boo, boo. And Passan is like giving like the Passan laugh, is like ha ha, and then Diego's just like
just all right. It's an iconic clip. It's a good clip.
Great clip.
I love. I'm pretty sure I've seen that clip. I love the look who's on my TV. Yeah, that's exactly. It is a pre-meme moment, dude. This is my sophomore campaign with DD.
Sophomore.
Actually, fun fact, everyone viewing, if anyone cares, this is.
Diego, did you hear me?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Cool. What'd you say?
Nothing.
No. What was that, Scott?
Carson, plug the fact that we're getting new writers. Plug it. That's what you were doing.
I was going to say, this is today is exactly 1 year of me at Diamond Digest. This is the day that I joined. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
Buddy. 1 year.
1 year.
Congrats, brother.
My mental health is so much worse off for it, but
not because of Diamond Digest.
Not because of Diamond Digest. Just the amount of baseball Twitter I'm now plugged into.
Happy Annie, though. That's cool. 1 year.
Yeah, man.
And if you're looking to become a part of Diamond Digest, we are looking for new writers.
That's true. Oh my God, yeah. If you listen, these clowns. Listen, if you are a Cardinals fan and want to write for our site and just get to text privately about how we just
don't send an application.
No, send it. No, send it in. Send it in.
Decline it. I will decline it
too.
Our wonderful one of our wonderful graphics fellas, Will Arvin. He's great. We can talk.
Actively trying to get him kicked out. Yep.
Yep.
No,
And also, shout out Will for getting that job with the Rail Riders. Is the team. Yeah,
yes, in Cleveland. Yeah, full-time graphics. So excited.
Very
Cardinals legend Octavio Dotel is on their coaching staff.
Tigers legend Octavio Dotel.
Giants legend Sanchez.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Giants legend Octavio Dotel. I was like, that's sick.
He played for half the league.
Yeah. You could tell me it was all 30, and I'd believe you. I
think it legitimately was half the league. I think
because did Edwin Jackson break his record then?
Edwin Jackson,
he did 17, right?
17.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I know.
Well, we have the ability to look this up. What are we doing here?
Well, we're that's true. Well, we like to think that we know it before. There's something.
Oh well, yeah.
Satisfactory about knowing it ahead of time. No, but regardless of what your fandom is, you could not have a favorite team at all. If you do nice graphics work, if you do, Evan, I just said how much I like you.
Evan, this is Wolves fan 86.
86.
The dog.
Wolves fans 86.
Regardless of what team you root for, join us. It's so much fun.
Yes, it is. It really is a lot of fun.
Yeah, Scott just can't kick me out because I'm on time for streams. If I was late, that's I'd be off the team immediately.
I can't kick anybody off for. Thank you. Man, look how peaceful it is.
This is no. You act like it removes me when I'm still. I hear everything. That's the best part. It's everyone being like, you.
You can hear us, but they can't hear you.
When you said that you were going into your sophomore year, I said sophomore slump soon.
Oh, I mean, I'm trying to think.
Carson regression season.
I mean, to be honest, if I'm being real, the backyard baseball stream that's tough. That's what we got. That's what I'm aiming for. Like we gotta have another moment like that this year. So I don't know if that'd be necessarily a slump, but that was when I was saying to Diego, I was trying to rewatch some of the old the old broadcasts just to see like what we're doing right. Doing a little film, chewing some tape. And I rewatched that one, and that
Electric Factory.
And it came flooding back. The good vibes are all there.
Flooding like the entire state of Utah.
True. Do you still have the billboard?
Oh, absolutely. You can't see it at the moment because I have some stuff in the way. That's my sister's wedding announcement. So it's in the
congrats.
Yeah.
Do Scott and I have to fight to be your +1? Can we?
No, it's just going to be me.
Oh, okay. Oh, I would have liked to have been included on that. I felt like there's a conversation to be had there, Mr.
That's like.
Because Scott, knowing you'll show up 30 minutes into the ceremony. Sorry, guys.
Hey, dude, do you like when you decide what you want to eat for dinner? Do you like sit down and have a conversation with like all the stuff you didn't pick? You're like, hey guys,
I do. Yeah.
Sorry, mac and cheese, it's not your night. Like, no, it's just like, I'm going on my different way.
You look into your fridge, like I think of myself as a man of faith. Go on.
There's a snack going deep.
The number is still up there though. It's just hidden behind all that stuff up there.
Good. That was an all timer too. Yeah, we've had a couple of. I think the best broadcast we have ever done was Diego and I by ourselves did the Rays Dodgers game where Arozarena slid in headfirst at the plate and walk off. Yep. I think that is the best broadcast that this website has ever produced, and that was all beginning to end. Like the conversations we were having, I think that's about as good as it gets.
I'll also say though,
man, it was electric.
Not also say it was a tangential point I was about to make. The Brett Phillips clip of him hitting that home run with that girl, that was just
that was a good one.
A tear did come out of my eye and ran down my cheek watching that. It was just such a nice moment, and to see him like the fact that he also visited her at her house after to gift her the home run ball that he hit.
Yeah.
Like he went up and made sure they got the ball down and like that. Come on, man. Like if you're not romantic about the game of baseball, if you do not love this sport,
how can you not be romantic about
how can you not be? And during her interview, and like he did not. That was not a cheapie. That ball was bombed.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Notable,
best two-way player in baseball, by the way. Brett
Phillips. Comfortably, yeah.
Comfortably.
I haven't seen Shohei Ohtani make a sliding catch into the dugout while pitching.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
The only two-way players that know are Brett Phillips and Michael Lorenzen.
Yeah. Who's the Angels' best two-way guy? Lorenzen.
And Willens Astuito. That's the only other.
And Anthony Gose in Cleveland.
Anthony Gose. When the Giants were in Cleveland recently, and Gose came in to pitch, I'm like, man, look at him go! Look at him go! He's doing great.
Yeah, that's because of us. We'll take credit for that one. He was one of the worst hitters I've ever seen in my life, and
he's a great pitcher.
Then we sent him down to single A. And we were like, hey, man, like, you just threw 98 for fun in BP the other day. Maybe, like, you just give up on the whole hitting thing because you're pretty freaking terrible at it, to be honest. And go down to single A and try and pitch. And there was, like, a huge argument that happened because, like, one of the parties didn't want to do it and one of them did. And then he tried it for, like, a little bit and was pumping gas and then left the organization, and then now he's a major league reliever.
And
so fun fact, Rudy's not on the stream, so he's not going to appreciate this crazy early or like late 2000s, early 2010s name drop. Good family friend of mine, Randy Wells.
In the chat.
No way. Rudy, okay. Rudy, I am good family friends with Randy Wells, if you remember that guy's name. He got drafted as a catcher by the Blue Jays, got traded to the Cubs, and was a catcher, and they were like, he was messing around at practice on the mound, and they were like, hey, man, you're throwing like 94. Do you want to try pitching? And he was like, I don't know. I've never done it before. And then came up, spent, I think, maybe 5-6 years, majority with the Cubs. He was like he was 5th or 6th. I believe we've covered this. Oh, well, then I'm retelling a story that we maybe already know. But yeah, he finished 5th or 6th in Rookie of the Year voting for the Cubs in like 2008, 2009, like after Giovanni Soto. It's like maybe 29, 2010, or maybe a little earlier. Yeah, played for the Rangers, had like a career, like played in the big leagues. But another classic case of messing around on a mound one day, and they're like, hey, man, why don't you try that again?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, super cool. Yeah, Randy Wells. Yeah, and it's really funny because he grew up a Cardinals fan and broke in with the Cubs, and then my cousin, shout out Drew, got drafted in the 3rd round by the Cubs. So it's like, can my family catch a break? No. The answer is no.
It was the 3rd round. I thought he went like way later in the 3rd. I don't know why I remember you
3rd round.
Like
3rd round.
For some reason.
3rd round.
Yeah, that's also pretty dope.
Yeah.
Sick.
I still remember he came back for like Christmas, and he's like a pretty like lanky kid, obviously. He came back and it was like he had spent 6 months as like a professional athlete, and I was like, Jesus Christ! Like his legs were just tree trunks. Like in just 6 months, I was like, oh my God.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Absurd stuff. Citizens Bank.
So they just, I'm pretty sure I'm still behind. I'm pretty sure what they just showed on the broadcast was the baseballs with the humidifier, whatever the hell they are. Things.
The humiditor?
Yeah, whatever.
There we go.
Whatever they are. Like, how do we feel about that? Because I feel like, I don't know if it really matters all that much.
I mean, like, they've been doing it in Colorado for the entire
and Arizona.
Colorado. So,
I know,
yeah,
and Arizona, yeah. But like, they said they're doing it everywhere, but I feel like it's not making as big of a difference as they think they
I feel like offense has plummeted around the league.
It's been garbage.
It has been terrible. I think league-wide OPS is like 670 or something ridiculous.
Yeah, I put it here. I can give you as of yesterday. Hold on. Can I scroll up to get this exact figure?
I think it was 673 as of yesterday.
Yeah, it's 231 677. That's nasty.
Yeah, that is not great.
Atrocious.
And you can chagrin batting average as rightfully or unrightfully as you want. That's like 15 to 20 points lower than average as well. So just know that that's
right,
also
that is significant.
Yeah, that's definitely significant.
And I think the thing that
Wolfsan highlighting our message, go baseball indeed. So I just want to shout out, guys, shout out when we get a little love in there. Go ahead, Scott.
It's either, what am I trying to say? It's not like dudes are like strikeout numbers are way up. Like it's not like dudes are getting overpowered.
Are they not down right now? Am I out of my gourd? I saw they were down actually a little bit.
Yeah, so like that would lead you to believe that it's all either the baseball itself, which we know has been changed without being told quite a few times, or it is, to an extent, something to do with that as well.
I have to imagine, I think part of it is also Major League Baseball has shown in the past, it feels like I guess pro sports in general, it feels like a lot of the times it's an overreaction to a problem trying to counterbalance. It feels very much like the scale does this. Sure. So I would not be surprised if, I don't think we're going to see like as formal of an announcement regarding a midseason change to policing something like sticky stuff or composition of the ball or something like that. But I would not be shocked if June comes around and we see, I don't know, Gene Segura have like a 9-homer month, and you're like, that shouldn't be happening.
Wait a minute.
I would not be shocked if we saw something like that again.
I am still convinced, and I always will be, that the juice balls came back for the Field of Dreams game last year.
Yeah. Okay. I'll say this. Good.
Oh, absolutely.
Good. Do it. Do it for the All-Star game. Do it for the playoffs. I don't care. Like that's
chill on that.
Chill on that.
Yeah, dude. I don't. If you bring it back for the regular season and then keep it for the playoffs, that's one thing. I'm not changing. Okay. You better not change the baseballs and the time it takes to go from regular season to postseason. I would lose my mind if the Detroit Tigers made the postseason and then lost to a team I found out I'd be in jail. I'm not kidding. I would lose my mind.
How about this?
No way I'm okay.
How about this? September 1st for the stretch run, they bring back juice ball.
And
playoffs, yeah.
Like no. Like
you're
All-Star break is like the only time I would accept.
That's the latest you do? Okay. That's fair. Trade deadline, actually? What about trade deadline?
No, because I don't want to fight with people on Twitter about how the balls got changed after a deadline, and that's why somebody sucks or is good now.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
I don't have the energy for that. I already know I won't have the energy for that.
That's very valid. We have been cruising through this game, by the way. We are through. We are halfway.
Yeah, pitcher's duel. It's been
three hits.
It's been an hour and 20 minutes. And we've been live for an hour and 13 minutes, and we are in what, the 6th?
Bottom 5. We're about to hit bottom 5.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Rudy, also, Diego, Rudy showed up for the 5th. So if it turns out this game does run long.
It's Rudy's fault. The Rudy curse is real.
Oh my gosh, did Green sub? That's a Twitter. What? Producer Peyton might have just lied to me. Hold on. I may have just jumped the shark here. First broadcast of the year. You got to let me. Can I reach this without having to? I want to get my Hi Chew or Giardelli, boys.
Just get up and get it.
Here, Hi Chew or Giardelli.
Quick intermission clip.
No intermission. I'm asking for opinion.
It's
Hi Chew or Giardelli.
Giardelli. Do this. I'm going to play this clip. It's 9 seconds long. That's how long you have. You ready?
All right. Yeah, I'm ready. Go for it.
Look who's on my TV!
Boo! 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 Laugh is the best part, dude. Everybody's just like, boo, boo, and he's just... So funny. Play it again. Play it again.
Okay.
It's
Look who's on my TV!
Boo! Boo!
Boo!
Boo!
His laugh kills me, man. His
Just
laugh
me in the
kills
corner with my my terrible lighting at the time, just like sitting there. Just,
So
like,
good.
waiting for
Like
it
the
to
whole,
be
like the
done.
video's great. Like all around, everybody's got their moments, but like nothing will beat his laugh, man. It's so funny.
Sorry, yes, I want to say the reason I said Greens is Fat Friar Frunk. That's a Twitter mutual, Mr. Greens. Mr. Greens, you are going above and beyond subscribing to us here. Thank you so much. I'm glad that me telling you to check us out in the DMs came through.
Shout out to all the subs, man. Hell yeah.
But also, I was going to mention this because we mentioned. Oh, I already forgot what it was. The Austin Meadows. Yes.
We have both of them, so yeah.
Yeah. How are you feeling about that? I feel like it's been good, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's been electric for Detroit.
He's been the only good hitter, really.
I think Miggy's had a pretty decent start to the year, hasn't he? For Miggy standards.
That ball's cranked. Wow. Schwarber.
Why are you always ahead of me?
Because I'm better than you. That was a hell. He gave that ball right. Almost 110 off the bat. Ball was cranked. Yeah, no, he's been Austin Meadows has been phenomenal for the. I mean, he's been comfortably the Tigers' best hitter. Miggy has been really good, but you also have to take into account that, like it's still early in the season, and he got a ton of hits this past the last 3 games.
Yeah,
like he wasn't like his numbers weren't as good as they are now. As of like 4 days ago, like he went 3 for 4 and then got a couple of hits in the game. He got 3,000 as well. So like he's just Ben. I think that's more of just a thing of like the last couple of games. He's been really good, but yes, Austin Meadows has been unreal all year, and that the craziest thing will forever be that trade got broke while I was recording a show. So you can see
we were
like my
recording this genuine baseball as well.
Right.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
You can see like my genuine live reaction like on camera and just like freak out. It was he's been fantastic though. Yeah. I mean we did too. I mean it was straight up, well not straight up, there's like a weird compensation pick thing attached to it too, but Meadows for Isaac Paredes pretty much, and Paredes didn't really seem to have a future with the organization.
That's what it seemed like to me as well when I was looking at everything that I looked at in that moment.
Yeah, he got called up at like 19 years old with Skubal and Mize in 2020. They all 3 came up together on the same day. And Paredes, everyone was super impressed with how he was able to man the strike zone and like his bat to ball skills. He didn't swing and miss hardly ever. Actually, he, out of all registered batters in 2021 in the minors, he had the second lowest swing and miss rate in all of baseball, only behind the dude for the Cleveland Guardians who has exploded onto everybody's radar. Kwan, yeah. So he like that was always very apparent, but really lacked power and didn't really put too many like results, honestly, with his inability. You know, like that's great. He doesn't swing and miss much, but like he wasn't actually producing too many results. So he's still really young. He's still only like 22. I mean, he's still so young. Actually. Yeah, because he was called up at 19. So like he's still very young, and Tampa's Tampa. So like I'm sure they'll get something out of him. But after bringing in, he played second, short, and third, mostly third. And with how well Candy's done the last couple of years, the fact that Javi's going to be shortstop for the foreseeable future, and I mean second base, honestly. Like we have a couple of guys within the organization that can play second. I just didn't really see like a clear path for him anymore. And the fact that we were able to do that for Austin Meadows, who's an all-star caliber hitter in his mid-20s with 3 years of control left, is unbelievable to me. And it has definitely worked off very well. He is dominating.
Yeah.
Real quick, just while we're getting back into – I just wanted to comment on the game we got on here. Alec Boehm actually hitting well.
Alec Boehm.
The biggest highlight of his career has got to be the 3 or 4 errors in 2 innings.
The one where he said he hated playing for.
Yes.
I hate it here.
Which, I mean, honestly, man, they're just saying what probably 95% of any athlete that's ever played in Philadelphia is thinking. I mean, like, cool city, great museums, great history, obviously, but as a sports fan city, yes, the Liberty Bell's awesome. You know, like I'll give Philly that for sure, but woof, pal.
Woof.
It's brutal. But he's hitting well, so good for him, I guess.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he kind of has to like be in the lineup, but
The most passionate fans in America. Please stop. Evan says, yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I wasn't using the like polite broadcaster terms. I'll say it, man. That the fan base is annoying. It's an annoying fan base.
Actually, Philly, we talked about this earlier. Fan bases that are like just atrocious. Philly is probably up there too.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I'd say
did
so.
you guys talk about the Yankee thing? Is that where that came from?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it stemmed from the Miles Straw quote, and then I created a top 5, Scott. Let's see if you agree with the top 5.
Okay.
So my top 5, I think in order, if I'm giving this, is Yankees, Dodgers, Astros, Red Sox, Cardinals. That's top 5.
Just amongst like sports fans in general.
That's not in order?
No, I said that's in order. I think you can make the argument the Cardinals could be lower but not higher. Like that to me, like the top 4 feels pretty set.
I feel like you might.
I think you could argue it.
I think Boston
over. I don't think you can place Boston sports fans.
I don't think you've seen Dodgers fans a lot on Twitter. Like
they're bad.
I'll put it this: as a Giants fan on Giants Twitter, they're constantly. There's this one of my mutuals on Giants Twitter that Dodgers fans constantly berate. It's like, yeah, they've got cancer, like literally, or like they wish that that they would just get cancer constantly throughout the year. And like,
hey guys, here at Diamond Digest, we can emphatically say, don't ever say that to anyone on the internet or in real life. Just don't do that.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Dodgers are up there. Yeah.
And we're very fortunate at Diamond Digest where the 2 Red Sox fans that we have are very nice. Like, I enjoy listening to John and Avery talk about things.
Awesome people.
They're great people. Yeah. But I know people that are Red Sox fans that aren't those 2, and they're awful. And that's why I say that. In the same way that, like, you could have a conversation with Will or Quinn or myself and be like, oh, it's like a reasonable take from someone who roots for the Cardinals. And you go on Twitter and you're like, good God, stop talking.
All reason is out the window.
Yeah.
Literally none at all anymore. But and there's another side to the coin. Like, some Dodgers fans aren't terrible. Like we've got.
Oh no, the ones that we have here are great. Max is great. Like, yeah, very reasonable people.
But an overwhelming majority, at least in my experience, god awful.
Yeah, and like I'm sure it doesn't help that, you know, you're the fan of that team's biggest rival.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're gonna see a lot uglier side of it than like Carson and I ever will, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I do. My favorite is when Cubs fans are still pull out the like Chris Bryant insult from 5 years ago of, oh, St. Louis is boring. It's like, all right, man. Like, is there new material to be had here, or are we just going to recycle the same unfunny comment?
He's in Colorado now. Like,
yeah, that was 2 teams ago, and the same joke will try to get made. It's like what are we doing here? Like, just
good
it's like
point, Rudy. Good point, Rudy.
Here, we'll throw that up there too.
I don't know. St. Louis is still boring. I hate to tell you, you're dead wrong, pal. You're dead wrong.
He's not.
Great food, great music. The Hills, an incredible neighborhood.
Great music and great food is what every single city on the planet says they have.
Dude, Scott, St. Louis is widely considered blues and jazz music. St. Louis is
Kansas City way cooler, way better music.
First of all, I disagree but if we're talking about I thought you were gonna bring up like a ribs comment, and I'm like, could be just a preference thing.
They do have much better ribs.
Because Kansas City and St. Louis barbecue is similar to like North Carolina, South Carolina. There's like a taste and a preference thing. So I was gonna say if that's your preference, that's your preference. But I prefer St. Louis style barbecue a lot better than Kansas City style barbecue.
I've never heard anyone talk about St. Louis barbecue. It's always Texas.
Have you ever had shortback ribs? Because St. Louis invented that. That was invented by St. Louis. It's St. Louis style ribs.
Kansas City is better. So
you've never heard of St. Louis style ribs, Diego?
No.
Because it's irrelevant.
Oh my God! Just like your pizza, Scott.
Hey,
when was I on here clamoring about our pizza?
No.
Detroit pizza's good, though. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not bad. Detroit and St. Louis actually both have weird pizza.
St. Louis has a style of pizza.
Yeah, there's. Oh my God!
A lot today about St. Louis.
Bro, okay, yes, there's like a specific kind of cheese that's used in St. Louis style pizza called Provel. It's like a specific combination.
I have heard about this. I have heard about this.
It's really funny because it's like the dead opposite of like deep dish. It's intentionally a lot more like crispier and super flat and stuff.
Yeah, I have heard about this.
That is
You're right.
I've
heard the cheese is very like.
No, I was being a little harsh. I don't mind Detroit style pizza. It's not bad. It's not bad.
I don't mind St. Louis barbecue. I just like making you upset sometimes.
I'll have like I said, like I don't really get super upset when people talk about like St. Louis barbecue like not being their favorite because like I said, barbecue is like there's a ton of variation, and if it's the same reason why I like North Carolina barbecue is not more like mustard based. South Carolina's a little sweeter, and I'd like the North Carolina style better. I've had barbecue in South Carolina; it's fantastic, but it's just not my.
The best barbecue I've ever had in my life was in Kansas City. My dad and I think I was like 17 or 18. My dad and I went down and we did a Royals. Oh, that might break open the ball game finally. Shocker! Oh my gosh, and he can't score. And the game gets insurmountably longer when Rudy shows up. By the way,
yeah, Well, we have had a pitching. We did have a pitching visit, and Matt Vierling's terrible, by the way.
I mean,
you're not. Yeah, at Schwarber, he wasn't scoring off that.
Yeah.
Schwarber,
man. That's a dude that had a weird offseason.
Yeah.
I mean, like everybody kind of did, but like he definitely.
I don't think anyone saw the Phillies as like a natural fit for him as well. Maybe I'm just wrong in that, but
no, I think you're right. I mean, obviously, universal DH changes a lot.
Yeah, but in my head, I was always like, I honestly always saw it as like I thought we'd be seeing Chris Bryant playing left field for the Phillies on opening day. Like that was like clear
that he just destroyed Detroit all weekend. I have a question for both of you. How are both of you feeling about universal DH? Just like overall, like how does it feel to see your team have a DH every day? Is it weird? Are you used to it yet? Do you like it more? Do you like it less? Do you like hate it? Everything. I want to know everything about now that you have DH.
Oh my God! Sorry, that was one of the worst called strikes I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Diego, watch this. You're good. It's on Segura, the first pitch.
Segura like freaks out, and rightfully so.
It's not good. That was terrible. I'm so sorry, Scott.
In the box.
No, I mean that was the end of my question. So,
yeah. Do you want to answer it first, Carson? Or do you want me to?
Oh, I'll let you watch and then I'll let you go ahead.
Okay, I got you. Jesus Christ!
All right, sorry. Go ahead, Diego. Talk about the DH.
Okay. Yeah. So for me, I was a big fan of. I will say this unpopular opinion. I like small ball. I do, and there's a lot of it with pitchers hitting.
For sure, a lot more of it, certainly.
it's better for the game to have universal DH better for pitcher health, better for offense, better for everything. I was of the opinion before it was fully implemented that I'm going to enjoy pitchers hitting while I can, but when we get the universal DH, I won't be upset about it. And so, at least for me, the way that my favorite team, the San Francisco Giants, are constructed, we have a lot of guys that are getting at bats in positions that keep them a little bit healthier throughout the season, like Brandon Belt. Like, he's had health issues his entire career. He gets more at bats at DH instead of having to potentially get hurt in the field, which he has had happened a couple of times in his career. So if Belt ends up DHing 25, 30 games a year and it keeps him healthy in like, say, 150 games throughout the season, I will take that. Brandon Belt, a fully healthy season, will get MVP votes. He won't finish at the top, but he'll get a vote or two, I feel like. He's had a hot start this year. And then plus I get to see Darren Ruff more. I love watching Darren Ruff hit. Big fan of Darren Ruff. But I like it, but I miss more of the small ball pitcher hitting stuff. But overall, I'm still kind of adjusting to it a little bit. But it's good for the game, and ultimately, it's one of the few things that the current state of MLB is doing that's a positive change for the game, I feel like. So,
fair enough.
That's right.
My view on the universal DH, I think here's what I think is going to end up happening. So the first thing is it gives Albert Pujols a job on the St. Louis Cardinals. So implicitly, that's a win. Scott and I had a philosophical discussion on this of getting to watch Pujols chase 700, and if he doesn't get it, I'll be upset that he didn't get it, but it won't be like devastating to me because there is something about I think the analogy I use with Scott is Pujols is literally just a medieval knight gladiator this season. His job is he is going to show up a couple times a week against guys that throw about as hard as I do. And his job is to just hit a missile. That's it. Nothing else. I'm not looking for Pujols to be a situational hitter. I'm not looking for him to, like Miggy, I'm not looking for the base hit the other way. I want him stepping in the box, looking to park one 500 feet every at-bat. And because of that, I think that this year will give me a much more softened opinion on the universal DH to the point where I won't care as much. If Albert Pujols had retired and I had to watch Corey Dickerson and Lars Nootbaar do it all year, I think I might not enjoy it as much. But because I only have to watch Corey Dickerson do it, he's dead. He's dead to me. Okay, I don't even know where the Rangers AAA team is. He's dead to me. All right, he's dead to me. I no longer have to worry about him.
Eric Lauer, by the way.
I think that is what my opinion on the DH is that I get to the nostalgia drug will heavily sedate how much I would have disliked it, and by the point that Pujols will be gone, it'll be in for a year, and I won't. You know what I mean? I'll be kind of numb to it. Having said that, it's also nice watching Lars get more at bats because I love Lars Nootbaar, one of the best names in professional sports, and he's also like a decent hitter. And so we have a lot of good outfield prospects, and so if they get ABs, they get ABs.
That's reasonable. And in case anyone was wondering, Carson said guys that throw as fast as him. Carson tops out at 54. So
first of all,
sorry, 44. My bad.
With my left arm, probably yes, because that is who Pujols faces.
True.
Actually, that's definitely not true. There's no way I could throw at 40 lefty. There's no chance. I take that back.
Yeah, Phillies, even with all the offensive firepower, can't do jack against Lauer.
Yeah.
Just want to throw that out there as well. There is a game happening.
There is a game, but you guys watch this because you guys want to hear the three of us give opinions ranging from terrible to fantastic. That's really what you're here for.
Terrible, Carson, fantastic, me, Diego, everything in between.
And I'm in the middle. Yeah,
okay.
Everything in the middle. That's the scale.
I really don't like this Dance Moms pyramid setup we have either, where I'm on the bottom on the broadcast either. That just did not help that comment at all.
I don't think I can change that. So.
No, yeah, I'm sure you can't. Yeah, Diego has the ability to mute and kick me off whenever, but that's when it comes to rearranging the squares, just a loss for words.
Maybe I can. Hold on.
Oh, you actually can.
Oh wow. There you go, back on the bottom. So
that's fine. It's the middle. I got no issue with that.
I didn't know I could do that till right now, so I learned something new as well.
I think the only time I've ever the only time I ever was aware of that is when it was the Cardinals-Dodgers wildcard game, because they got put in the middle, and I was like, I was like, this was intentional. They knew they wanted.
They wanted you in the middle for sure.
Yeah, they wanted to see the reaction. They wanted to see the reaction.
Go?
People were surprised how subdued my reaction was. I'm not like a screamer when my team loses. I'm definitely like I'll yell when things go well, but I'm definitely not a screamer because we got walked off on. And I was like, I don't know why. There's a reason Mike Schultz got fired. I was like, I know that Jack Flaherty is healthy enough to pitch an inning or 2 innings right now.
Watch how nasty this first pitch curveball is.
Okay.
Eric Lauer 10 Ks tonight. Like,
yeah, you were dogging on him, and he's been having a ball game, man.
Stinks, dude.
Can we talk about that? Was filth. That's gonna be on Pitching Ninja for sure. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I remember saying on the broadcast at the time, you can dig it back up. I said, I know Jack Flaherty is healthy enough to pitch 1-2 innings max right now. Why are we not warming him up and putting him in the game? It's a wild card winner take all. Like, this is exactly what needs to happen. The best pitcher that is sitting on the bench, I don't care what position they play, whoever has the best stuff is going in the game. And then we brought out Alex Reyes, and I was like, I wonder what's going to happen, guys.
Yeah.
And so.
Which was incredible.
No, the peak Cardinals villain moment I've ever had is 2019 NLDS Game 5. The Cardinals 10-run first inning with no home runs and getting 9 of those runs with 2 outs. I remember walking in circles in my apartment laughing. Super villain, just hands on my knees, bent over, oh my God. I was like, Dexter Fowler is somehow doing this. That is, yeah. Hey, Peyton, pal. How'd the Yankees done in the last decade? Shut your mouth, pal. Sorry. I don't take Yankees playoff slander when that team has gotten not even as far as the Cardinals have gotten in the last decade. So
the New York Yankees have never defeated the Detroit Tigers in a playoff series in franchise history.
Is that true?
That is a very fun fact.
Well, I didn't know that.
I've lost every single one.
Is it?
Shout out Detroit.
One?
It is not one. No. It's not 20, but it's more than one.
6 or 7.
I think it's 3 or 4.
That's enough. That's a substantial enough number. I'd call that.
That's a good amount.
Yeah.
That first at bat, also that pitching sequence of Nola to.
Facts. Wolves fan in the chat. Yeah, Diamond Digest. Yeah, definitely. When it goes on Pitching Ninja, yeah. When it gets to Pitching Ninja, definitely post a clip of me saying that's going on Pitching Ninja because it most assuredly should be. Assuredly should be.
Assuredly should be.
Yeah,
assuredly. Sure. Can we also talk about how I don't know if it's just the Citizens Bank or the camera work or time of day, whatever. The horrific green screen around Aaron Nola's body because of the ad placement. That looks terrible.
Did you see when in the last half inning Kyle Schwarber had letters on the back of his neck?
Yeah, it's not good. And it might just be because of the placement of the yeah, I don't know. It's just not great. Not great.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I don't. Meh.
Who do you think? Who does everyone think is taking these 2 divisions?
Who do I have at the beginning? Let me look at my.
Carson, who do you have taking the NL East?
Oh, the NL East. Diego, you had the Marlins. I remember your tweet.
I didn't have them winning. I had them in the playoffs, though.
Oh, my bad. I think Atlanta.
I had
it's too convenient for the Mets to be like for it to conveniently work out for the Mets. I still think they're going to make the playoffs, but it just feels, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think Philadelphia is sniffing the playoffs, like even.
No, they're definitely not. That team is going 80-82, guaranteed.
I kind of like Philly this year.
I don't think their pitching's got enough, honestly. Like I could just be low on their pitching because they don't know it well enough.
I mean, fair. I don't know if it needs to be
the offense.
Well, here's the thing, though. If
everyone in that lineup hits even close to their ceiling, like they don't need the good defense or like crazy starting. Like that's I like Philly this year.
I'll say, Scott, you say that though. If it's a 7-7 ball game, and like that's when you need that like bang bang double play to like get out of the eighth.
They brought in Corey Knebel, right? I mean, like they made. I'm not saying that like they made enough moves to be like, oh, like that, everything's fixed. Like it's still obviously a very big problem, but like they at least have somebody they can go to and be like, hey, this is our guy, whether it works out or not, whatever. But like, and I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm also not saying that Philadelphia is making the playoffs because they signed Corey Knebel only. Like, clearly there's a lot more going on.
Clip that.
Corey Knebel is the savior of the Phillies organization.
Right, he's like an 8-win reliever. Yeah.
That's more than Ryan Howard's entire career.
Less than Terry Francona per season, though.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's
it never ends, man. The NL East is just tee it up and just bam every time.
It really is. Oh, here's Miggy 3K. We get to watch it again. Excellent. You can't see me in any of the clips because I'm too busy turning into a lobster in the outfield or in the upper deck.
Scott's too busy weeping tears of joy. Are we getting the wiffle ball bats out? Hold on, I have mine readily available.
I just had mine next to me.
So do I. I gotta retape mine up. Gotta retape mine up for the summer.
This is a new one. I gotta tape it. I gotta get taped.
It's so embarrassing that my batting stance for wiffle ball like super closely resembles Matt Olson's. Literally, like I literally just hold it so.
Back into frame.
I literally hold it where it's like basically like right here already, so I can just get my hands through the zone as fast as possible.
Holy mother of Scott!
Shout out Scott's mom. For real.
Wow. Too bad that ball was foul.
Oh, Scott, you got me hyped because I'm about to see this right now.
Because it looked crazy off the
Yeah.
I think he actually gets it on the end of the bat a little bit.
Yeah, that.
Holy
mother! Sorry, I didn't notice in the chat earlier. Wolfman said I took a USA food history course and can confirm that both STL Barbecue and Detroit Pizza were mentioned. Well, yeah, because you took it. It's a man of culture. I can see. I'm glad that your education is paying off.
A course of culture. Oh boy, there it is. I just saw the
he
mile off the bat. It looked like. How fast was that?
No, and now you're saying taking both of these divisions.
Yeah, we're talking about that.
Yes.
Okay, so you had Diego had Mets and Carson. Yes. You had Braves still.
I took Atlanta. Yeah.
Who did you have, Scott?
I don't know, man. I went back and forth on that division a lot. In the offseason, there was a point, probably before spring training started, where I might have even taken the Phillies. I really like Philadelphia this year, but I think currently, as it stands, it's really hard to not go Braves. I mean, I think that's pretty safe at a minimum. The safest pick is Atlanta, and they did enough this offseason. That's
well, and the other thing too is
they're getting Acuna back soon, and yeah.
The front office to me has also shown like a willingness to be aggressive when it's needed, and that they've made smart choices when doing that. Like last year is like the perfect example of they seem to have a really good then you seem to have the right touch for it. And if that's what it takes to go from 85 to 90 wins. So,
absolutely.
Also, Harper's got 3 strikeouts in the night and 3 ABs. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, good thing the actual best hitter on the team is up right after him. Okay, well, that didn't go over very well. Never mind.
Scott with the reverse jinx, man. Eric Lauer, not very good. That's a dozen.
That is 12 strikeouts for Eric Lauer.
Eric Lauer.
You know, Scott, it's funny that you were like, "Oh, how are you National League fans?" We're getting treated to a hell of a pitcher's duel. Like I am. It's still
said that.
You just asked us earlier about how us National League fans are handling the DH.
Yeah. I thought you meant like I asked you, how are you National League fans? Like that's a
no. It
was poorly phrased.
No, all right.
No, fair enough.
Anyway,
this
no,
is
yeah,
definitely a National League pitchers duel if I've ever seen one.
Yes. No complaints. No, and then when it comes to Central, like I really think the Cardinals will win the division this year. That was smoked by JT. It's like our 5th hit of the night, dude. And, you know,
Yeah.
I still think it's the Cardinals for winning the division this year.
Are you scared of Milwaukee?
Honestly, we're on camera. We're on recordable camera. I don't want to say I'm scared of Milwaukee. I'm aware of Milwaukee. I'm not
scared of anyone
in the division.
Yeah.
No. I'm not shaking in my boots at Joey Votto in the 3-13 Reds.
Right. So obviously you're not scared of the Reds or the Pirates.
I'm not scared of the Cubs either.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of knew that the Cubs were just all off-season like fun stuff, and that they're not actually that good.
Yeah. They here's the thing. They signed enough players to go from wow, they're having a terrible season to oh, they're having a not good season, but it is sure fun watching Seiya Suzuki win National League Rookie of the Year.
Agreed. So it really is just the Brewers or the Cards for that.
And like I said, I'm not scared about the Brewers. I'm aware. I'm not like that's what I mean. I'm not like it's just this offense. The Brewers offense, I just don't.
Yeah. So okay, so what if let's do this. What if the Cardinals and Brewers are tied and they have a 3-game series to end the season, and the Brewers get to throw out are at the top of their rotation for their 3-game series? Or at that point, are you scared?
Are we at home?
It is in St. Louis.
Okay, so Wainwright, we're winning one of them because it's Adam Wainwright at Busch Stadium. So there's one. And then honestly, no, I'm not, because Flaherty will be healthy, and I'll take Jack Flaherty over who's our third? Woodruff? Is he the third best?
For
what?
For Milwaukee, for
3.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. It depends on the lineup. It depends on the lineup.
Lauer, go away. What is happening?
Dude, that's a baker's dozen. It also helps that this umpire's strike zone is about as wide as the Mississippi.
Okay, I need a break. I'll be back when at the top of the 7th.
I'll continue my analysis of our imaginary 3-game series when we get back. Stick around, fellas.
Okay.
And ladies.
And everyone else.
What's up?
I was just trying to mess with things here. But I mean, I feel like I don't know. I'm like the Brewers pitching 3-headed monster is just so scary.
I mean, like it just doesn't because okay, here's the thing. Our bullpen's better. Our bullpen's crazy good.
Do you need I mean, if you say okay, in those 3 games, say what is it Hernandez behind the dish tonight? Is that why? It's Angel Hernandez?
There's no way. If it's Angel, that's hilarious.
Is that why the strike zone's so bad?
If it's Angel, I hope it's Angel.
Anyway, but as I was just kind of saying, like, how much bullpen are you going to need when you have Woodruff, Burns, and Peralta, though? Like, those 3 can easily go 8 innings apiece.
Yes. So I will point you to the Marlins Cardinals games that happened. The Marlins Cardinals game that happened like 3 days ago.
It is Angel behind the dish. My God, that explains a lot.
Angel the legend. Sandy Alcantara went 8 against the Cardinals. Mowed us down. We won the game 2-0. Nolan Arenado hit a 2-run shot, top of the 9th. So for me, like the Brewers' offense is bad enough. You need to manufacture 2 runs, and you can win that game. You can manufacture 2 runs, and I can. Jay, if I ask you this question, Adam Wainwright at home, do you think he can give the Cardinals 6 innings of 1-run ball?
Sometimes. I don't. Probably.
Yes, the answer is yes. He can do that. Look at what he did against the Dodgers. He went again in the wild card game. 7 innings, 1 earned run.
Yeah.
That's what it takes. That can beat the Brewers because Tommy Edman can hit a doink single off Devin Williams and steal second base, and then Harrison Bader can hit a fly out. Edman can tag, and then Andrew Kisner can hit a ground ball to the second baseman. Bam, there's a second run of the night. That's what it takes. It's that kind of stuff. It's can the Cardinals win a ticky-tack game? And the answer is yes. We don't need to have we're not the Phillies. When the Phillies win games, it's because their offense is firing on all cylinders and looks fantastic. Cardinals can win games looking terrible. We've done that like 3 times this year already.
That's the definition of Cardinals baseball, honestly.
Exactly. That's why I think it plays to the Cardinals' strengths. When you're talking about how can you beat this team, it's like, well, you need to play your identity of baseball. And if what it takes to beat the Brewers is playing your own identity, I'm taking the Cardinals.
Okay.
Wolves fan in the chat saying there's no chance your bullpen is better. I'll take the Cardinals bullpen. I'll take Gallegos. Hader's better than Gallegos for sure, but Gallegos is better than anybody else in your bullpen easily. And I'll take TJ McFarland's been a dog. Halsey's been a dog. We got guys. that can throw flames.
I understand your reasoning. I get it. It makes sense. Mm-hmm. However, yes. So I think that's a 2-1. No one's sweeping that series. No one's sweeping that series.
I agree.
That's a 2-1 series, no matter what.
I agree.
Both sides are taking one game. It's the rubber match. It's really whether that's. I think it all depends on the pitching matchups because, sure, Wainwright goes against. Where does Wainwright sit in your rotation? What spot? Is he 1?
Flaherty's hurt. 1.
Okay, so say you get Wainwright.
Wainwright. Yeah, I got you.
Wainwright Woodruff game 1. Wainwright wins. Okay,
sure. Yeah, I'm taking that. Yep.
Who are you throwing your second game?
I'll throw Steven Matt's game 2. So I'm gonna
good so far.
I'm gonna punt losing to Burns. We're gonna lose to Burns no matter what because I'm literally playing this series if it's best of 3. If there's a 3-game playoff series, I'm pitching Jack Flaherty game 3 because he's better than Peralta.
I don't know about that. I really don't. Peralta's
I don't either.
Good.
Peralta's great, I could be wrong in that. But for my money, also you got to think about this. The example that Scott provided us. We're talking about. Let me make sure I have this right. Hold on. I want to make sure I get this right before I make this claim. Yeah, I just want to make sure that I'm not out of my gourd here. Yeah, no one. Pujols isn't playing in any of those 3 games either, in that 3-game series. So, I'm not worried about. There's a lot more lineup flexibility that I think would happen because we're probably DHing Nootbaar, who can play all 3 outfield spots, and that allows us, if we're talking about making a switch later in the game, or there's just a lot more. There's no lefty I'm not worried about. Aaron Nola, by the way, is a phenomenal pitch.
I'll wait for it.
And Christian Yelich remains terrible. Yeah.
True. But yeah, I mean, I can see where this confidence in these claims are coming from. I understand now.
That's the thought process. And like I said, it's Steven Matz. And you guys remember, when we're talking about, I think a big misconception that people have, and this is true for I think that this Hey, Scott, with the lights on. I think a big misconception that people have when we're talking about in a 3-game set or anything, you cannot just look at the raw talent, because the raw talent of Milwaukee's staff is obviously better. But I'm looking at it's the defense. It's the defense. Defense matters, and in a game where I said it's ticky-tack, and you need to, because the way Cardinals will beat playoff teams is by manufacturing runs. They are not earned. They are not all earned. They are taken, and the Cardinals, I think, would do a better job than the Brewers would of manufacturing runs. That's my answer to that.
I understand where it comes from. I'm still not sure.
It's close. I think it's a coin flip. But at the end of the day, I'm a Cardinals fan. And when it's a coin flip, I'm betting on my team to be ahead.
Yeah.
Flaherty's FIP was about a full point better than his ERA last year. That's precisely why I said defense. Look at Dakota Hudson. Look at Steven Matz. Look at Adam Wainwright. Every single Cardinals starter's FIP will be a half run or a full run or a run and a half higher than their actual ERA because the defense is that good. So FIP is an important metric if your defense is mid. The Cardinals have the best defense in the league. I don't take as much stock into it.
That is also a fair point.
When your defense is that good, it's a fair point.
Division as well.
That's valid. I think it's close. Definitely think it's close.
I did have St. Louis in the postseason, though. I think I had him as
as you should.
My wild card 2. Let me double check. Wild card 3. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
I had a lot of faith in Miami. I don't know why, but I did.
Jesus Sanchez has been having a great start to the year, and I love Jesus Sanchez.
That pitching is just nutty.
Oh my God, Trevor Rogers! Whew, I am all in on Trevor Rogers.
Trevor Rogers is their 3 guy too, which is crazy.
Yeah. And Luzardo, they were that trade where they got Luzardo. I loved it at the time, and man. Oh yeah, don't call that a strike though.
Oh, that was received pretty terribly. I'm going to be honest. JT Realmuto did not receive that ball very well.
It is also Angel Hernandez behind the dish. So
yeah, that we
certainly doesn't help. But that was pretty
well. It helps. It helps it being a good old fashioned pitcher's duel. I'll tell you that much.
True. That's just I blame the catcher a lot for that.
But Scott, who did you have winning the Central?
I mean, I'll take
Milwaukee.
Yeah, I'll take Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I mean, look, and more than just about anybody, I'm aware that a Cardinals team of any win or loss record is going to be in there and going to be very competitive late in the season and can rattle off a lot of games. But for me, for regular season, for postseason, I value how good is your bullpen. It weighs a lot on me for how successful you're going to be in the postseason. For the regular season, it's starting pitching. And there's oh wow, what a play, Gene Segura. And not even in that division, but in all of baseball, you're not going to find you might not find a better rotation period in the entire sport than Milwaukee's. So for as far as regular season goes, I'm gonna take I'm gonna take the Crew in the Central, but I fully expect the Cardinals to win 86 and be a wild card team.
Yeah,
another day at the office.
I think honestly, 83 can get you into the playoffs.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's closer to 85, 86.
The magic number is 87 on average during the wild card era. If you were to take the expanded format, the average is 87. And I'll be honest, I think 80. It's like about 89 this year.
The expanded postseason that we got, each league adds 1 team. It's not like we got everybody makes the playoffs now.
I still don't like it. It felt the old format felt perfect to me. I'll be honest.
I agree with you, but we're here.
I also agree.
Yeah.
I'm very much as a baseball fan, and I don't know if you guys would agree with this. I'm just kind of I feel this way about a lot of things. If you don't adjust to the way the game is changing, then it's hard to enjoy. So like accepting the new play, accepting like the universal DH, accepting the expanded playoffs, stuff like that, accepting the rules that are to come. Like we're gonna get the bigger bases, we're gonna get the pitch clock, stuff like that. If you don't accept those, like you're not gonna be able to enjoy the game.
Yeah, for sure. And I think some of them.
I don't have to like them all, but I have to accept them all.
Yeah, for sure. So, I think I agree with that. I just like people were super upset and still are super upset about the expanded postseason. I know like 12 teams like sounds scary, but like it's literally adding one team to each league. Like it's not like you're gonna have, like crazy under 500 teams now and whatever. Like you literally just added one team to each league. Like I don't think it's as big of a deal as maybe people were making it out to be when they offered it. And like my ideal postseason was how it was most recently before this. I think that was perfect, but I'm not losing sleep over the new method either.
I'll be honest,
I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I was always a bigger fan of add more games, don't add more teams. Make wildcard best of 5, DS best of 7. There's more TV for you. Like, sure.
Yeah, but I don't think players accept that.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where it's like I'm going to side with the players' argument over the owners. But I am glad that the players are also like, yeah, this is not going to be a free-for-all. Like, I won't talk about this too long. I abhor the NBA playoff format. It is a participation trophy. 2/3 of the league makes the playoffs. That's an abomination.
If you include the play-in now, yes, you're right.
And that's what it is, though, because I'll ask you this, Scott. If you had a team that – I don't know about the Pistons next year, but maybe the Pistons 2 years from now.
I think the expectation for Detroit next season would be like the last team in the play-in, yeah.
Or like to compete for it. That and then the year after that, like the play-in would be like that should be something that we make.
Right.
That will now, to me, it counts as the playoffs because it would save a coach's job. That's why I consider it the playoffs. Because that's unless you're the Cardinals, I guess. But like that to me is like if it would save a coach's job, then they're in. Yeah, then that to me I consider the playoffs.
Sure, I think I also don't want baseball to ever become the NBA in terms of postseason. Like I don't want I don't want half the league to make the playoffs. I want I'm good with this from here on out. If the MLB postseason is just this forever, I'm gonna be okay. The furthest I've ever wanted to go was 12. So like I'm okay with where we're at, and I never want it to be where like half the league is making it. That being said, I think that the NHL playoffs are the best playoffs in professional sports, and half the league makes their postseason.
Yeah, that's also true.
I'm pro going to a 14-team postseason for baseball if there's 2 more expansion teams. That's when I get. That's where I say I'm.
Sure. I mean, the NHL is at 16, but they have 32 teams now.
Right. Well, and then because I think that would maybe open the.
Yeah, they stink.
They're not.
I know.
Also, we're gonna talk about hockey real quick. The Blues are a wagon right now, man. Woo!
Yeah, that clinching goal to clinch the postseason was pretty nice.
13-0-2 in our last 15, man. That's what you need. And Robert Thomas, man, let me tell you, this team.
Hey man, can the Phillies do anything except strike out at the plate? I'm genuinely wondering.
Yeah,
they're also very good at losing games.
I mean, this is crazy.
Round of applause for Alec Boehm.
All they do is K, bro. That's it. That's all they do is just strike out, literally.
Oh, my God. Someone please. All right. Anyone with a decent Photoshop skill, free viral tweet real quick. Box of Special K. Just Photoshop a couple Phillies on that box and tweet that out. Banger.
That would be
free banger. Free banger.
What happened to Scott? What's going on?
Someone's
Scott?
in my window. Oh, it's my buddy. Hey, buddy.
Hi, Scott's buddy.
I was like, why is there a light being flashed through my living room window?
Isn't that normal for you? Don't you live on like a street where cars come down all the time?
Yeah, I find that most people live on a street. Yeah.
So like I live on
I don't think I technically do, because my apartments are just kind of in like the middle of a little thing.
Yeah, where is that exactly? What's your home address? Sorry. No.
It's 123. Good luck.
Your mother's. I thought I was gonna get you mothered for the first time this year.
Not yet.
Whoa, that was crazy.
Wolfspan86 in the chat saying banger. Appreciate that. I might text Will Arvin and just say, want a free. You got 10 minutes? There's a free tweet for you.
You have 10 minutes.
3,000 hits, 500 homers, 300 career batting average. Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Miguel Cabrera. End of list.
Yeah. Pujols would have to hit 364 this year to get back to 300.
Yeah, so he's not going to. Also, 3,000 hits, 500 homers, 600 doubles. Hank Aaron, Miguel Cabrera, Albert Pujols. End of list. Well, Miggy has 599, but he's going to get that soon, obviously.
True.
When he hits that, he will be the third.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, with that Comerica outfield, there's no way he's not getting another.
Maybe he's retiring after next season, so like, yes, he's obviously gonna hit a double.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Can you imagine that? It'd be even funnier if he had like 8 triples or something. Like just like it hit the outfield wall kind of funky. It's like, how is he not gotten this double?
Has a triples alley.
That's what I'm saying. Like he just puts it there. It's like, dude, just stop at second. Just get the 600. And he's like, no, I'm legging this out, man. Speaking of legging it out and old timers, that clip of Pujols in Miami scoring from first is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Hilarious. Oh, they're showing the Miggy Roger Clemens at bat.
Is this an at bat I'm supposed to be aware of?
Sir?
For real?
Excuse me?
I'm kidding.
Okay.
Oh my God! I was like, goodness gracious, man.
Bring back the Florida Marlins, dude. Bring it back.
Bring back the teal pinstripes. Bring back the
teal
period. Just bring back everything, man.
I do like their current.
Bring back Dontrelle Willis on a 1 year. Like let's see what he's got left. You know.
Tigers legend.
I want to see what D-Train's got. You know.
You know what's crazy is like, for as lopsided as that trade was, where we gave up Andrew Miller, Cameron Maybin, and then a bunch of dudes that never did anything at the major league level for literally prime Miguel Cabrera. People forget that we literally got prime Dontrelle Willis as well, but he got hurt.
Yeah.
Like he fell off the mound and effed up his leg like immediately into his Tigers tenure, and then just like never pretty much pitched again. But if it wasn't for like the freak injury, like we literally would have gotten prime Miguel Cabrera and prime Dontrelle Willis from them for that return.
Yeah, that's a highway robbery. Almost is already still.
Right, exactly. Shout out D-Train, man. That's the dog.
D-Train, man.
D-Train. In Backyard Baseball 2007 has the best walk-up music in like the entire game. Such a banger. That's it. I'm digging deep into the bag. If you have to have played that exact Backyard Baseball to know, but it's a heater.
Yeah, I would. D-Train. I think a D-Train jersey is something I'd add to my collection. I think that's a good one.
The only non-Cardinals jersey I have is I have a Vladdy jersey.
Yeah, we've talked about this before.
I have a
Johnny Manziel Padres jersey.
I do have a Johnny Manziel Padres jersey. I have a Vladdy Senior Expos pinstripe.
Jeez, that's nice.
That is like one of my favorite things I own.
Oh, look, an ad on the Twitch stream for Lexus for us. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm in the market for, guys.
What?
I got an ad on our Twitch broadcast. I just pulled it up real quick to see what it looked like, and then immediately gave me an ad for Lexus, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah.
Click on it.
Of course. Oh yeah, of course. But like, I'm not gonna buy one. But
did you click on it? No, yeah. I'm really weird about this in a way. I'm not sure why, but like for baseball jerseys, I want a jersey from every team. But football jerseys, I will never own a non-Cowboys football jersey, and I don't know why I am this way.
I think what I want to do is I told you, Diego, when I went to San Francisco, I got the Will Clark jersey because heck of a player.
Yeah.
And he also retired a Cardinal, and I kind of want to do that with like every team where I get like they had a cup of coffee with the Cardinals, and then but it's like the jersey from like their team that they're known for. I think that would be like a fun. Cool. I might try to do something like that.
That is fun.
Like I need
I want to do. I want to get a Jeremy Lin jersey for every team he played for in the NBA.
That'd go hard.
Because I have the New York one. I have Linsanity, but that's the only one I have.
Give me the Jeremy Lin Harvard jersey. That one. Yeah, that might be.
You got to get the Harvard one.
That would be crispy. The only basketball jersey I have two. I have a Penny Hardaway Magic vertical pinstripe one.
Good pick.
And I have the '70s Atlanta Hawks Sprite can Pistol Pete Maravich.
Yeah, that's hard.
Hawks jersey.
I have a buddy of mine who has that too.
So clean.
I have a lot of jerseys in all sports. Who would be your Tigers Cardinal fitting those rules?
That is what I was thinking about. I'm trying to think about like who.
That's a question.
Let me do this like.
Oh, what a play!
This requires me to like do some. Let's remember some guys.
I forgot Urias Familia was a Philly until this exact moment.
Yeah.
I thought he was still a Met. I'm going to be honest with you guys.
Like I'm trying to think if there's. It might have to be. Would it be? It might have to be like an Octavio Dotel. Like I can't think of like.
Yeah, but like that way he would just count for all teams. Like.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of like, is there a prominent Tigers legend that got like a cup of coffee at the Cardinals? Like I can't. One doesn't jump out at me.
Yeah, one doesn't. I don't think one jumps out at me really either.
Because I'm trying to think.
Baseball Reference has a thing where you
maybe Johnny Peralta.
Oh, that would. I mean, that would probably be the obvious one. Yeah.
I think the Tigers one for me would be Peralta.
No, I think or like him or Polanco. That's pretty much it, right?
Oh yeah, Polanco might be the guy.
Those are good picks.
Because like Polanco, yeah, it's one of those two. I feel like that's kind of it. I don't think we really have any other.
Because that's the thing, like the Will Clark thing, like because example, like a Rockies version, I'd get Larry Walker because he played for the Rockies and then was a hired gun for the Cardinals in 2005 and then retired. So it's like Astros, Lance Berkman. That might be Beltran. I don't know if I could. Yeah, Big Puma. Craig Biggio is my favorite baseball player of all time, though. I love Craig Biggio.
That's a good one.
Hey, all-time leader in MLB history for hit by pitch.
Okay, I'm using BREF's like team search thing to find everybody who's ever played for the Tigers and Cardinals.
All right.
Everybody ever.
Drop if there's some
everybody ever.
If there's some names, if there's some like dope names, drop them.
Okay, so I'm gonna sort it by at bats with the Tigers.
Okay, yeah, that's because like I said, it's got to be someone that like I want someone that played for the Tigers for.
Okay, so I mean Placido Polanco is third and Johnny Peralta is sixth.
Okay.
Who's first?
Wow, Eddie Brinkman was a Cardinal, for 28 games. That's kind of funny. Eddie Brinkman was a prominent Tiger in the early 70s.
I did not know this.
No, that name was like that sounds like I was like that's maybe my great grandmother Gigi Dot. That might be Gigi Dot era.
Well, Eddie Brinkman is, I mean, like he is a like he's not known for either of us. Like he's very
did make an All-Star game with the Tigers with his 67 OPS plus.
Dimitri Young was a Cardinal. That makes me so sad.
Was he really?
That's just that's the dog. I can't believe you tainted him. Oh, he's a Tiger before. He was a Cardinal before he was a Tiger.
Oh, okay. So you tainted him.
Yeah. No. Nice try.
I mean, don't nice try me.
He was a phenomenal Tiger.
No Tigers.
He was a horrible Cardinal. That makes me happier. I'm okay.
I mean, his one's okay. Yeah, I'm at 23. Yeah, I'm not. Who do you get traded for? Because it had to have been a trade with the Cincinnati.
Yeah. You should definitely find that out. That'd be interesting.
All right, for me it is. I mean,
no, that wasn't sarcasm.
That was
okay.
genuine.
Okay.
All right, I don't know.
Tone was that came off like yeah, that'd be really interesting. I was like, all right, man. I was like, for me, I'd like to know.
Juan Encarnacion was a Cardinal.
Oh yeah, dude, 2006. Juan Encarnacion is a 2006 St. Louis Cardinals World Series champion, lad. Yeah, he was part of the outfield platoon with So Taguchi, Chris Duncan.
Very unfortunate.
Oh, I might get that one.
He was a lone bright spot. Not a lone. Him and Bobby Higginson were lone bright spots on terrible Tigers teams.
We traded Dimitri Young for Jeff Brantley. And then
nice.
And then he got drafted by the Rays in the expansion draft. So, okay, the Cardinals traded him to the Rays before the expansion draft in 97. Then Tampa drafted him from Cincinnati, so LMAO, if you're Cincinnati. And then 2 days after, no, the same day they drafted Dimitri Young, they traded him back to the Reds. And then the Reds 4 years later traded him for Juan Encarnacion. Wow. That's a very confusing. Why would you draft him to then trade him?
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
Maybe it was a guy that they originally wanted. Let's see this Jeff Brantley fellow. What'd he do for the Cardinals? Probably nothing. He's a career WAR of 11.
So it really is
almost as high as Brian Howard.
It really is just
Giants legend Jeff Brantley, by the way. His one All-Star game was with the Giants. He started his career there.
This is true.
This really is just like Polanco and Johnny. Like Larry Herndon. Oh, he was a Cardinal. Oh, he started off with the Cardinals. That's so gross.
This is unintentionally such good Schadenfreude for me, is watching some of Scott's favorite players of all time. Learning that they were on my franchise. This is awesome.
That's so disgusting. Larry Herndon's the dog. That's a World Series champ, so there's nothing you can do to take that away from 84. Man, he started off with the Cards, eh? That's wild. Oh, he was a Giant. Oh, Larry Herndon, all three of our teams.
Let's go.
Yeah, he was a Giant
his entire career.
Yes.
Wait, actually, Scott, search that. Can you search?
Yeah.
Who's this? Let's make a Sunday night watch party starting 9. So the rule is they have to play for only the 3 of our. Hopefully, there's enough. There has to be.
There has to be
because there are 3 franchises that are better. If we count New York Giants, there's
yeah.
You have to.
Forever, so there has to be. Yeah.
It's gonna be like Bottleneck Noose McGee at second base, and you're like, huh?
Detroit Tigers.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
San Francisco Giants.
This is how you know it's a nothing game, by the way.
St. Louis Cardinals. Okay, here we go. We have, Larry Herndon, as we know.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. That was actually it. There's no
Scott's face.
Well, there's a couple of interesting names.
Okay.
Brad Penny.
Oh, that's a name. Brad
Penny, oddly enough, played for all of our franchises technically in order. Played for the Giants in 2009, the Cardinals in 2010, the Tigers in 2011, and then back to the Giants in 2012.
Yeah.
Got his ring.
Huh?
Shut up, dude. No.
Oh, bad. Sorry, because he didn't get a ring in 2011 because he wasn't. Yeah, because he'd beat on the Cardinals.
Oh, here's the obvious one. This is starting shortstop.
Okay.
Edgar Renteria.
Oh yeah.
Obvious.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the obvious starting shortstop for sure. He was a horrid Tiger, but
a great Cardinal and a decent Giant, if I remember. A decent Giant, right?
Clutch hit for the Giants. Yeah.
Very good.
So that's definitely the starting shortstop for sure.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Do we have an ace? of any sort?
Brad
it might
Penny.
be Brad Penny.
Let's go.
Okay with that.
There's a lot of high ERAs with these teams. I'll tell you that. A lot of high ERAs. Doug Creek pitched for all three of our teams. That's a career 6 ERA guy.
Nice.
Sam Jones. Interesting. So he was an all-star for the Giants in 59. And then was a Tiger after. And then was a Cardinal right after. So 61, 62, 63, Giants, Tigers, Cardinals. Only was absolutely putrid for the Cardinals, though, by the end of his career. Yeah, this is a really
no. He was good on the Cardinals in 57 and 58. He had a 1.44 ERA plus.
I didn't realize he was with the Cardinals before the Giants as well.
Yeah, 1958, Sam Jones with his 1.44 ERA. That's the best season of his career. Oh, no, well, I guess if you include his time with I don't know this abbreviation for it. The Cleveland Buckeyes of the Negro Leagues. That was his best season by ERA plus, but smaller sample size.
Cleveland Buckeyes, elite name, also better than Guardians.
Buckeyes. Correct.
They lost the World Series to the New York Cubans. Wow, they were 57 and 18. Jeez.
Oh, Eric Davis. Home run derby champion Eric Davis.
All right.
For all three of our teams.
Atlant's got a little bit of thump.
So Eric Davis, like, very notably, and like obviously everyone knows him as a Cincinnati Red because, like, duh, but did play a year and a half for the Detroit Tigers. 60 games, played in 60 games. I mean, had really good power numbers in those games. Not good at anything else, but really good power numbers in those games.
Would you like power?
Yeah, played for St. Louis in 99 and 2000. I mean, for being that he was 37, 38 years old, had almost an 800 OPS in those 2 years.
You'll take that. You'll take that every day.
And then in 2001, in 74 games for the Giants at 40 years old, he had a 630 OPS and barely a 200 batting average. So
excellent.
So even though like his prime was with none of us, because like that's very much the Reds, because he actually was a big hitter back in with the Reds. So
back in the day,
I don't hate it.
But I mean, he very much like was pretty decent for at least two of our three teams.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Dude, like some of these names. Holy cow. This is wow.
No one else of note at all.
Yeah, dude, like this is a short list. Our three teams have not crossed streams very often. I'll say that. 0 Hall of Famers have played for all three of these organizations. Nobody in the Hall of Fame has all three of our teams on their plaque.
That's crazy.
That is really weird considering how long all three of these teams have been around.
That's what I mean. Like we're talking
all three franchises that are well over 100 years old, and like
does that list include the New York Giants as well? And the New York Gothams even?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if it let's make sure it counts the New York.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like the earliest one you said was 59, which is
Diego
to San Francisco.
You thinking about ordering food right now, Diego?
It's the bottom of 8.
Pizza before we jumped on. You want to finish my food?
That's true. I did. That is surprising because I think I've said this before.
The New York Giants, because we got some dudes from the 20s and stuff.
I think I've said this before on broadcast, but if you were to take the concept of original 6 in hockey and apply it to baseball, there's I don't know if the Tigers would be in that, but that you could make the argument.
I mean, 1901, like before the first World Series.
So. Well, yeah, but National League, they're all earlier.
Right,
I mean, in terms of
Reds, Cubs, Cardinals.
If you want me to be honest, I'd go Big 6. I'd go Yankees, Red Sox, Cubs, Cardinals, Giants, Dodgers.
I think you have to have the Reds in there.
But they weren't good. They weren't.
They were there though.
The Athletics.
That's what I'm saying. They're in there too.
You're right. I guess you're right.
Reds, Athletics, Tigers, all can definitely have the case.
The Philadelphia Athletics.
Yeah.
Because the Cardinals
of a segment because there's like 4 noteworthy dudes that ever.
I thought we'd have at least a starting 9, you know,
because it would be a really bad starting 9.
There'd be it's got a little bit of thump though, you know, like Edgar and Eric, you know, they you know.
Dave LaPointe apparently played for all 3 of our teams.
How can we forget Dave?
Yeah, well, won a ring in '82 with St. Louis.
The running Redbirds.
152 innings pitched, 3.4 ERA in '82 at 22 years old.
I'll take that. That might be our ace.
That's nice. And then with the Tigers,
that dude nice.
He pitched in 16 games for the Tigers in 1986 and was not very good, which is funny because '86 was actually a really good year for the Tigers. And then the Giants, was right after the Cardinals. He was still very good, but the Giants were terrible this season in 1985. So he, even with a 3.57 ERA, he went 7-17. 200 innings pitched, 31 starts, 3.57 ERA, and went 7-17.
That's like that year Shelby Miller had with was it Atlanta, where he made the All-Star game and led the entire major leagues in losses.
Yeah,
that was crazy. Speaking of pitching in the 80s, you guys watched that Dave Stieb Secret Base doc?
So good.
Fantastic. SIU Carbondale, shout out Southern Illinois. When I heard that, I was like, oh my God.
Shout out Southern Illinois.
Shout out.
So the only noteworthy players on here are, so we have Polanco at second.
Yep.
Renteria
at short. Peralta can play third.
Yep.
Brad Penny's our ace.
Clip
Brad
that.
Penny is the ace of all aces, okay?
Clip that.
Dave LaPointe's probably our ace.
Wait, no, you know what that reminds me of? Fate of the Universe? Or the aliens have the death beam? I want Brad Penny.
So Brad Penny and Dave LaPointe are 2 pitchers.
So good.
I miss Brad Penny.
We almost have an infield. We don't really have a first baseman, unfortunately, but we almost have like a full infield.
That's not bad.
That's reasonable. I'll take it.
And then that's kind of it. So that's it.
We have Brad Penny, so that's a
notable
27 strikeout perfect game.
If Will Clark had a cup of coffee with the Tigers or something, he definitely would have rounded out that infield perfectly. Yeah. Like that, honest to God, that's a great infield.
Yeah, that's a really good infield.
That is a very good infield.
Renteria and Johnny, that's a hell of an infield.
Yeah. That's a lineup with some thump too. That infield's got Eric Davis in the outfield. I'm sure we could probably find. We just don't know. We don't know the defensive capabilities. I'm sure we could have cherry picked a couple really good defenders, terrible hitters that are to fill out the rest of the outfield. The
problem at the end of the day is always going to come back to this team's going to have no pitching though.
Yeah. Excuse me. Our Chad Penny. More like Chad Penny throwing 300 innings for this ball club.
300.
Yeah. Complete game every 5 days.
He's got a 10.5 ERA, but he eats innings. So
exactly.
Brad Penny, man, was he good for y'all?
Terrible
for us.
2010
correctly, he was very, very okay.
He wasn't good.
Wasn't horrible.
The year he pitched for the Cardinals, I remember he was really good, but he either got hurt or there was some shenanigans because I remember he's off to a solid start. 2010 for us was a year that was we definitely should be better than we are. We just underachieved a little bit. I remember
Brad Penny was in our starting rotation, and we made the ALCS in 2011.
Yeah. So in 2010, we went 86-76. And missed the playoffs. Our Pythagorean was 91-71, though.
0 ERA, Corey Knable. That's what I'm talking about. Tigers legend, by the way. We taught him everything he knows.
Brad Penny finished third in Cy Young Award voting in 2007.
He was a dog back in the day.
He was a dog back before he topped out at 88.
We got a 827 OPS out of Ryan Ludwig in 2010. That's a real thing the Cardinals did. That is absurd. Was Rick Ankiel on this team?
Dude. Rick Ankiel. I still have nightmares about Rick Ankiel.
Oh, this is the year that Johnny Cueto ended Jason LaRue's career because he's a scumbag and stepped on his skull.
Oh, yeah, that did happen, didn't it?
That is that year.
He's a White Sox now, isn't he?
Who?
Cueto.
Yeah.
Brad Penny for us. Dude, oh my God, this rotation is like some names for the Cardinals. This has got me. Brad Penny for us. Yeah. Brad Penny had a
World Series ring.
He had a 3.2 ERA for us in 55 innings, made 9 starts, 120 ERA plus. His FIP was 3.4. Yeah, I remember he got hurt. Yeah, that's solid. That's exactly what you look for.
A couple of World Series rings. He's a few.
This Cardinals starting rotation of Chris Carpenter, Adam Wainwright, Jaime Garcia, Kyle Loesch, Jake Westbrook, and Jeff Suppan. Wow. I miss Jeff Suppan, man. Oh. What a guy.
Brad Penny's ERA for the Detroit Tigers in a full season where he had 31 starts, we just kept throwing him out there every 5th day, was 5.3. And the offense was so good that he went 11-11 and started in a playoff game.
He just wanted to honor how tall Jerry would grow up to be with that ERA, dude.
That offense was nasty.
Brad Penny with the 2009 Giants in his first stint in San Francisco, 41 2/3 innings to a 2.59 ERA.
Jeez, out of the pen? Okay.
6 games, 6 starts. That's you take that.
You take that. Of course, you take that.
I'm surprised that there isn't a lot more.
435 with FIP.
Hey, man, this is what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. FIP doesn't matter if your team has a good defense. If your team has a bad defense, then it matters.
165 ERA plus. We take that. Brad Penny. This is where everyone you thought Brad Penny wasn't going to be talked about today. You were wrong.
Yeah,
you were wrong.
Shout out Brad Penny.
Oh, I'm like a Tigers legend. Quentin Berry is the Brewers' first base coach, by the way.
Really?
Yes, Quentin Berry, the dog.
Do you guys have a favorite in your? I'll put it this way: in your guys' lifetime, do you guys have a? All right. Well, I don't know if that accurately answers the question. It very well could. Do you guys have a favorite bench coach, or a bench or a base coach? Because I have one. Okay. Scott, in your lifetime, favorite Tigers bench or base coach? Who you got?
Well, I'm starting. I will say that
Diego just got it off immediately. He had it ready to go.
I will say that I think there's 2 answers to this question. My favorite is our current base. Ramon Santiago is currently our third base coach, and he is incredible at his job. Obviously played for the Tigers forever, was a solid utility man for over a decade. Had a nice little MLB career, immediately retired, and the Tigers picked him up to be a kind of a low-level coach just because, all the players liked him, and they were like, yeah, we'll just bring you on as a coach. And then it turns out he was, an actual really good coach.
Okay. I love when that happens, though.
When AJ Hinch – come on, man. Not Corey Knebel.
Are you a pitch ahead of me? You might be. I just saw the 2-0 right down the barrel.
I'm not even that far.
So when AJ Hinch came in, he fired everyone at every level. except for Ramon Santiago.
That's hard.
And Ramon is still here, and he's like the most beloved coach. Like every single player loves Ramon Santiago. Like everybody talks about how he's like the most loved coach on the entire staff. And everybody loves him, and he's actually a damn good like coach as well. So my favorite coach is very much Ramon Santiago. Is probably my favorite coach in the history of my life because, again, like, I mean, we signed him like around when I was born, and he was just like our utility infielder my entire life. And then right when he retires, he just like becomes on our coaching staff. So, like, Ramon Santiago has just always been a Tiger. Literally, my earliest memory to present day is like it has been in the clubhouse, which is cool. So he's my favorite, but the most, I would say, like laughed at and like infamous and
we can give that too for
like the
for
most
us.
like meme based coach we've ever had or coach period we've ever had is comfortably Gene Lamont. Because
I think I've heard that name before.
Gene Lamont is just he was just a really big, just
a stockier fella.
Yeah, like old
Brad Penny.
Just
Brad Penny.
And
Bobby Jenks, if you will.
Like he kind of like waddled when he walked. He made horrible third base coaching errors, and that's why he lost his job. And they were like, you know what, why don't you just be the bench coach, Gene? And he's like, okay. And so he did that, and he just like whenever Leland would get tossed, or whenever Ausmus, he was on that staff for a little bit too, would get tossed, like everybody just laughed, but it was like, now our active manager is Gene Lamont. Like everyone just like Gene. Like, come on, man. Like, he's just the most memeable, like, laughed at. I've definitely laughed and smiled the most at Gene Lamont's expense, but Ramon Santiago is my favorite base coach.
Mine is, I think, a little obvious, is the secret weapon, Jose Oquendo. He is.
Is this gonna? It is. The Brewers take a lead late.
Top 9 doing something for
Scott, the double jinx. Scott no pitching because he dogged all over Eric Lauer and then really hyped up old Corey on the mound.
Man, like that's a fly out. Come on.
That's how you know baseball.
Routine fly out in Comerica, of course.
Routine fly out in Comerica.
But yeah, it's obviously Jose Oquendo. He was solid. Just he's the only. He's maybe the. I don't know if he's the only. He's one of, maybe I can count on one hand, the guys that have played all 9 positions in the same game. They caught Jose Oquendo. They just did that one day.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure only 4 people ever have done that. The Tigers have done it twice. So
yeah. I said on one hand.
Buster Posey did it in college.
What? What do you mean?
I said I don't know how many teams have done it, but it's probably I can count on one hand.
Done it more than you. That's all. We're better.
Oh, okay, sure, pal.
We had the first ever. We were the first ever to do it. Shane Halter did it in 2003 on the last game of the season because we were not 2003, 2001. Shane Halter did the last game of the season in one of the years that we were really, really bad in the early 2000s. And then Andrew Romine did it like a decade ago.
I remember Andrew.
I think he's the most recent to do it.
So maybe we did it first then.
No, we did it first. Shane Halter did it first. I know that for a fact.
No, Jose Oquendo retired in 1995, dog.
Okay, well then he didn't do it. So.
Oh my God, dude, are you making me look this up now?
Yeah, go for it.
While you do that, I'm going to talk about. I have like another answer for mine. I said Tim Flannery off the rip for my favorite bench coach. Tim Flannery, iconic third base coach. Carson Wrong.
He's the first to do it he's the first to do it in a season.
Oh, that's so devastating. I'm shocked. Diego.
All right.
Tim Flannery. Ron Modis as well. Also was the third base coach, bench coach for the Giants. Very long time. He retired last year, now in the front office. And also, real quick shout out to Alyssa Nacken. who got to be the first base coach for the Giants last week when Antoine Richardson got ejected in the third inning.
That was a super cool moment, though.
Yeah, so the first woman to be an active coach on the field in an MLB game.
Yep,
Unfortunately,
cool.
What happened was that the god-awful creamsicle unis were the ones that happened in.
Oh, yeah.
But historic nonetheless. So shout out Alyssa Natkin, trailblazer, a legend, always will be. And will continue to be. Also a fantastic coach. She's amazing. This has done a ton for Giants hitting. So
that's super cool. Very, very cool. Shout out the dog.
If we're talking meme for the Cardinals, it's definitely our current pitching coach. Well, okay, I take that back. Tony La Russa because of LMAO, but that's it's all that's just kind of a given. But no, it's definitely the Cardinals' current pitching coach, Mike Maddox, because he does this thing called the claw. So if you are ever watching a game the Cardinals are playing in, every single time he goes to it, he goes up, and I'm not exaggerating, he will grab, weirdly, every pitcher, on their shoulder, right here. It's the same spot every single time, and it's called, the claw, because he does it without fail. He will go up to the pitcher, and it's like this. He reaches out like this, and he's like, great game out there, and it's like, God damn, take your hands off me. It looks so uncomfortable.
That's funny.
That is funny.
We got heart of the order for Philly here, bottom 9, down a run.
Against Josh Hader. Also, real quick before we get into this actual thing, when Scott said Romine did it a decade ago, Romine did in 2017. It was 5 years ago.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Weren't both his brother? They were both in the Cubs last year, right? Or they're on the same. They pitched and catch to each other. That was a thing that happened last year, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah. They was it last year or was it 2020? Regardless,
I think it was 2020. Either way,
it does not important.
It feels like it happened in 2021 because the Cubs were at least trying in 2020.
They were both Tigers as well, just not at the same time.
Wow, that throw by Adames was on a rope.
Yeah, Tigers legend. Taught him everything he knows. Thank you.
No, Willie Adames is nothing without Detroit.
Correct. And thank you for David Price.
Wow. It's a nice throw.
Willie Adames and Austin Jackson for David Price.
Giants legend Austin Jackson.
I think just MLB legend Austin Jackson. The guy was a ball player. Just the definition of a ball player.
That guy played baseball, for sure.
He did.
He is, by advanced analytics, he's the greatest defensive center fielder in Detroit Tigers history.
Is there a
Excellent.
Is there a Detroit Tigers center fielder that people think tradition who would the boomers say?
Well, I mean, Ty Cobb is who the old people would say.
Well, the dead people might say. Frankly, I don't.
I don't know. Ty Cobb's WAR is 200. People.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, he could have got that from hitting. You never know.
I mean, he certainly did.
Yeah, he won 13 batting titles, I think, or something like that.
Something ridiculous. But
there's a few for sure.
I think. I mean, Curtis was a damn good defender, but
very true.
Jackson literally replaced Granderson. So that's all one generation. They literally replaced each other.
I
didn't know if there's sorry.
No. I think the only argument really would have been Chet Lemon in the 80s. That was probably would have been it.
Good name. Good name.
Oh, elite name. Love Chet Lemon, the dog. Even though he played for the White Sox, it's still the dog. So I think that was maybe but we never had watching him in center field was just we never had
a Willie Mays.
Yeah, none of the World Series teams in the the 35 team didn't have a set every day. The 45 team was the same as the 35 team. They all just got back from war. I mean, the 68 team didn't have an everyday center fielder, especially by the postseason. So it's really just Chet.
Gotcha.
And then Kyle Schwarber's freaking out on the umpire. Oh, he's freaking out. He is losing his mind. He's tossed. He's
done.
freaking out.
Get out of here.
He's throwing stuff. He's cursing. He is losing his mind.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Kyle Schwarber.
I mean,
he's coming back out.
Oh my God.
Now he just said both sides. He's horrible. And he said for both teams, he's been horrible all night.
Oh yeah, man.
I mean,
Angel
Hernandez.
He pointed to Milwaukee's dugout and said, both sides, you're garbage.
He's right.
Oh man, hey, this is Oscar worthy. This is Oscar worthy.
All the players are like, whoa.
All he's got to do next is slap him. Then it's Oscar worthy for sure.
Wow, he just that pitch, just he lost it, man. And he tossed him immediately.
Oh, yeah. He didn't even wait for him to hear what he had to say.
No, not even. I mean, it's the 9th, so whatever. But
yeah, but
look at him. He's like, it's in the other batter's box.
It was.
Oh my God.
Again. He said it twice. He said,
the cut to McCutchen just sitting, looking at this number going,
whoa.
I mean, and I'll be honest, that might not even crack the top 5 worst calls he's made tonight. It was still a ball. It definitely, Schwarber's not wrong.
You just a switch gets flipped. You're like,
well, at this point, it's the 9th inning. He's not coming back out. He's already going to go hit the showers in 30 seconds anyways. He's like, I am going to get my money's worth.
Yeah, Alec Boehm's after him. It's not like he's going to do anything, but.
Oh my God.
Yeah, as soon as the helmet's down, he's like, you're gone. You're out.
That's crazy. What a moment, man.
Part is that Schwarber's right.
Yeah.
The worst part.
If he was wrong, that would have been one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. If they had shown the pitch and it was actually a strike, that would have been iconic.
That would have been the most Phillies thing.
Wow, that was crazy, man. That was nuts. Oh!
That was insane.
Oh! 1-0 final. Just like we love Sunday Night Baseball to be.
It's absurd.
As it goes here.
Under 3 hours. Under 3 hours.
It's because Rudy wasn't actually here.
3 hours. Yeah, the longest inning was comfortably the 5th, though, as let it be known.
Wow, man. Bohm really almost had that, too.
I mean, yeah.
Dude,
I feel like
Schwarber, go back out and get your money's worth, man. Hop back out.
He's still in the dugout. He didn't actually leave.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone's enforcing that.
Well, yeah. There's 1 out left in the game.
Yeah.
If anyone was going to enforce it, it's gonna be Angel Hernandez. Let's be honest.
That was crazy.
That was awesome, is what it was. That was
incredible. 8 total hits in this game. Not a lot.
Man, both sides, 30 of them, so good. And honestly, that give of did you see the clip of McCutchen high-fiving? He's making fun of Schwarber.
Yeah.
He's going. I need that clip of. I need just the gif of McCutchen in the outfield going. Of just him darting his eyes like,
yeah.
That.
Goodness gracious.
Man.
That's crazy. What a way to get back into 2022, man. Oh my God. That's
tough.
Now we got a little.
Honestly, good game all around.
Good game. Yeah, I mean, honestly, with Angel Hernandez behind the dish, I don't know if we could ask for more because we knew fireworks were going to be had. We just didn't know. We did not know when, and it slow burned, but baby, that payoff was worth it.
Yeah, that was
the fact that we didn't question if it was Angel Hernandez till like the 5th inning is probably the best.
Well, what's funny about it is the way that you'd said it. You were like, "That's gotta be Angel." You're like, "There's been too many tonight. That's gotta be Angel Hernandez."
Yeah, I mean, it was so. But man,
ridiculous
start the season for us anyway here.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Night watch parties.
Absolutely, baby. We're back.
We're back and better than ever, some might say.
We are back.
We are back.
What did you say the game next Sunday? You said the Phillies are also I almost said in town.
Let me double check. They are in A-town for sure.
I said like in the next couple of weeks, I'm pretty sure the Cardinals are one of them. I wasn't.
Next week it is slated to be Phillies Mets.
We never see that.
I don't mind that at this point in the season.
I don't know.
Here's why I said this. In three weeks, I'm so sorry. We got Giants Cardinals for Sunday Night Baseball. That's how I knew it was coming up. Yeah, on the 15th.
Is that Sunday night?
Yeah, I just googled Sunday Night Baseball 2022 schedule.
Oh, you're right. It is.
Scott's making a poo-poo face. Get over it, pal. You're gonna watch Rodon. I don't know, Packy Naughton. Remember the?
I know was Angel.
No, we claimed him off waivers, and we already have to call him up because Tigers legend Drew Verhagen is already on the IL.
He shouldn't be on a major league roster. So.
No, he should not. He shouldn't have been in Japan either. He should have been. I don't know where. Pluto.
Yeah. I should have been doing my accounting this year.
Oh yeah, make sure you're. It's way too late for people. If you haven't gotten those taxes in, get them in.
You're a week late. The IRS is coming for you.
Well, yeah, 1 week late's better than 2 weeks late, Scott.
Kyle Schwarber's reaction is the IRS when you don't file your taxes.
Andrew McCutcheon's reaction was me watching that entire. I can't believe that happened. And he just the hand motions.
Anyway, thank you all for joining us tonight.
Yeah,
if you don't know where to find us, how'd you get here? But
yeah, seriously.
If you want to continue following us, diamond-digest.com is our website. We have a lot of cool stuff going on over there all the time. Twitter, diamond_digest. Instagram, diamond.digest. Yes, we are very consistent in naming our social media or online presence in general. So any last words?
If you liked or want to laugh more at the poor takes from each of us, I tweet a lot about the Cardinals, Scott a lot about the Tigers, Diego a lot about the Giants, baseball in general though. So if you came here with a little niche content in mind and you want to dive a little bit deeper into each respective fan base, that's where you can find us.
Our Twitter handles have been on the screen this entire time next to our names. So.
Yes, yeah, that's the best place to find us at. No, I'm excited. Next week, birthday stream for your boy. So I'm pumped, man.
There we go.
There we go. I think we're gonna send us off with an iconic clip, perhaps. I think we have a clip lined up.
One more little thing here, but Scott, any last words before we get there?
No, I'm just glad to be back, baby.
Just glad to be back. Yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Go baseball, and to leave you off, just one more time.
What is this?
Oh. Look who's on my TV!
Boo! Boo!
Boo!
And with that, we'll see you all next week. Go baseball.
Go baseball, baby.
See you guys.